I'm keeping that in the beginning of the YouTube upload. I got some ice cream. I stole it from Cleo when she wasn't looking.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like strawberry margarita. He punched me in the head. You have your ice cream back.
Mine are
strawberry. That's fucking good. Is it okay if we leave the close next week?
Oh, yeah.
I know that Blue might want back in, but still let us know. Let me out and shit. Maybe let her in. Okay, sorry. Alright. But that'd be really embarrassing if somebody was in the... Nope, okay. Thought somebody was in the Discord call. It'd be funny. It just heard me like wigging out.
Does that mean I say whatever I want?
No. It's the other way around. Because we're live that we should not say anything that'll dox us.
Ah,
It's
gotcha.
not because we're in the Discord call. You got it backwards. I tell the people in the Discord call to not dox us because we're live.
Mm.
When I'm in a Discord call and nobody's around to see it, then there's nobody to... Does a tree get doxed?
I was gonna say... Chat is silly.
If the chat's not around and nobody's here to see it, then yeah.
I would say that they are the most awesome people ever.
They're the most. That's what they would say on Fat Albert. They say, Fat Albert, you're the most. Okay. I wonder if there's any other Fat Albert lovers out there. I love Fat Albert as much as I do. Hi, how are you doing? Hey! Cadmus. Hello! We're playing Ape Escape. Ah! Cleo's in the background eating ice cream. God, I love this game. God, I just loaded in and I fucking went to save. Oh my god, I don't need to save. What am I doing? What am I doing? How are you, Cadmus? I'm doing good myself. And, what was it, I like how this has kind of become like the chill out game. These last 2 times that I've streamed, I've kind of done this at the end of the night when I'm winding down. And I do hope that one of my friends will join me on Discord. That'd be nice. Just come on by. I do hope that I updated the Twitch ticker. I think I clicked it. We'll do it again just in case.
Let's go!
But it should say I'm playing Ape Escape. This is one of those really fun stages because they do these a couple of times where they're like, oh, the goal is just to catch Spectre. And you don't actually catch him until the fucking end of the game, obviously. Been sick for most of the week. Oh shit! I hope it's not the Rona. I'm sorry, man. God damn. I hope you're doing better soon. I think there might be something going around. My dear old mom was feeling not super good today, so I don't know. I hope that there's something going around. Last time I went on a business trip, I caught a cold. It wasn't COVID, thank God. I took a COVID test out there, but I caught a cold like as soon as I got off the fucking plane, and I was like, well, this sucks. I gotta work my ass off for the next 2 weeks. I already got sick. Oh, shit. Just gotta make sure he doesn't get in the fucking UFO. Yes! There's no like limit in this stage for like there's no requirement number of like monkeys you gotta catch. It's just catch back there, man. Staying hydrated, getting plenty of rest. Hopefully I'll be okay soon. Hot damn, I hope so, man. That's always a good idea. Yeah, get lots of water, get lots of fluids and shit. Eat some soup if you can. I always like to, when I'm sick, I like to just fucking, I don't know, I have, strangely, I have like fond memories of staying home sick from school when I would get sick, and then you'd just like watch TV and you'd be like, ooh, this is the TV that normally you don't get to see because everybody's at work or school, which means it's like not very good. Well, sometimes. I would watch a lot of sitcoms and shit, I guess. So I like just being a couch potato, just laying around and watching TV if I didn't want to fucking keep my brain too. If my brain was not feeling active enough to like play video games. But yeah, getting lots of rest. That's the good shit. Did you ever like? Did you ever stay home a lot from school, Cleo? When you would get sick? Move the mic a little closer.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing to do when you would stay home sick?
Same thing as you, and also like watch some movies that I didn't get a chance to watch.
That's always good.
So, maybe play some video games if I'm up to it, or once I get a little better.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time when I was like super sick, I just did not have it in me to like fucking play video games. I'd just be too like out of it or too fucking sick to do something active, and so I would just do passive shit like watching movies or TV. Last time I get like really bad side effects if I forget to take my meds sometimes. It like makes me really nauseous the next day. And the last time that happened to me, I just like laid down on a sofa and watched Back to the Future 1 and 2 back to back until I felt better. I was just like, you show them, Marty McFly. Nobody calls him McFly. It's chicken.
Oh, do you remember that time where you got really, really sick? And I was so worried.
I'm only laughing because I'm fine now. But I think it was like 2017 or something, or maybe 2018. There was a really, really bad flu going around. And like a fool. I think that makes a noise whenever you move that.
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know.
I just don't want anyone to
hear the you chewing on the ice cream and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to torture.
Yeah, no, there was like a really bad flu going around in like 2017, 2018 or something. And like a fool, like a buffoon, I chose not to get the flu shot that year. That 1 year of all the years, I chose not to get a flu shot the year where it was like really bad. But also, to be fair, I think the main reason, one of the biggest reasons why that flu got around so much that year was because, fuck, goddammit. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think the way that the yearly flu shot works is that, they kind of, like, decide a little bit beforehand, through statistics and testing and stuff. They decide, okay, most likely this is going to be the strain of flu, or like a similar strain of flu of this one is going to go around this year, and so we will distribute a flu vaccine specifically for this strain. That's kind of how it works to my understanding. And I think that year, at least in the US, I think they got it wrong. I think it was like a completely different strain. So I think the reason why so many people were fucked by it is because even if you did get the flu shot, you were just kind of like, you got it anyway. And yes, the flu shots are very important. I get them every year now after this. Getting this flu is what made me be like, okay, I really gotta be on it with that. And so what happened was I got this flu and I thought it was food poisoning at first because we had some pizza, and you know I do like Little Caesar's pizza, but you know it's kind of cheap pizza, so it's always like it's a little bit of a gamble whether or not it's gonna give you a stomachache. So I started vomiting and I was like, God damn it, it must have been food poisoning from the fucking pizza. And it was the worst, by the way. I hate vomiting. I have this awful thing where like I can't, even though I know puking is gonna make me feel better, if I have to puke, I just like refuse. And not out of like stubbornness, I'm just like, I get like scared. I'm like, I don't want to throw up, I don't like throwing up. Oh, Golden Drummer! Holy shit, thank you for sending a viewer my way, I appreciate it. I'm talking about throwing up. So I'm about to lose this viewer. I'm talking about, I got a cold, I got a flu a couple of years ago, pre-COVID. I got a really bad flu when a really bad one was going around. And, and so, it was like the worst. The best time to show up, yes! It was really bad because I like, what's it called, I was just like sitting in front of the fucking toilet with like face in front of it, just like, I know I gotta throw up, and I know that if I throw up it'll make me feel so much better. Come on, let's do it. And then I would get to like the verge of throwing up, and I would just like chicken out. I'd be like, no, I don't want to throw up. This will pass. I can't do this. And I was just stuck like that for like 3 hours. And then finally, once I started throwing up, it was just non-stop. I was like scream vomiting for like 2 hours or something. It was crazy. It was awful. It was just the worst that I've ever had. And it got to a point. It got to a point where it was finally okay enough where I came back to the bedroom. And Cleo was just like, dear Lord, are you okay? That sounded horrible. Like, are you gonna be alright? And I was just like, I think it's just food poisoning. I think I'm good now. I got it all out. I'm fine. And she's like, I'm gonna get you a glass of water, because you need to rehydrate after throwing up that much. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna lay down. And she got, God bless her, she gets me a glass of water, and then like, immediately, like seconds after ingesting the water, I just vomited all up. I can't keep any fluids or solids down, like, at all. Anything that was given to me, I just, like, immediately vomited it right back out. And I was like, oh, that's not good. I think I'm, like, sick for real. I don't think this is food poisoning. And then it got to a point where I was just like, just leave me here. I'm so tired. Just let me sleep, okay? Like, I'll drink water in the morning. And Cleo was like, okay, alright. And the morning came around, and I woke up, and she just, like, put breakfast in front of my face. And I was like, okay. And I tried to eat it, and I threw up again. So I was like, no breakfast. And I just went back to bed. And I woke up, Cleo's, like, eating dinner. And she's like, do you want to try eating? And I'm like, no. And then I close my eyes again, and I open them up, and it's like the next morning, and Cleo's eating breakfast, and she's like, do you want me to get you some water? And I was like, no. And then at that point, she was like, sweetie, you've literally been sleeping for like a whole day. Like, I think we need to get you to a hospital with, like, IV fluids. And I was like, you're overreacting. You're crazy. I have this thing where, like, it had to be, like, really serious to ever go to the doctor when I was a kid. So I'm just like, You're nuts. What are you talking about? What the no, come on, just let me sleep it off. And she was like, okay, I guess. And I just like slept for a whole nother day. I woke up like I know in chat. Sir, you slept through 6 meals, says Golden Drummer. Was that not serious enough? So I slept even more, and then I woke up like the next morning and I was like, oh, holy fucking shit, what the fuck, man? And I still like had some symptoms, but I was like, oh fuck, god damn it, I forgot you can't like double jump that far midair. But I still had like some symptoms, but for the most part, like at that point, Cleo was like fucking worried out of her mind. I think at that point, I think you were just like convinced like that if I did not drink a glass of water, you were just gonna call 911 without me approving it. And so she handed me a glass of water and I actually kept it down. But that whole thing was just a complete blur. I did not like even consciously really realize that I had like missed 2 days until it was over. Like I didn't pick up on that. I just like wasn't in my right mind. I was just completely fucking delusional. And I was like, oh my god, I just fucking slept, man. I was just out. I was like, I probably could have died. It's like, it's funny now, but I'm like, oh my god, if that ever happens again, just fucking call an ambulance. I don't care. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So yeah, that was like the worst that I've ever got it. That was awful. And like I said, I get the flu shot every year now because of that. Because that flu was just fucking terrible. But I'm just like, oh, never again. I'm never doing that again. I don't ever want to fucking deal with that shit. That was ridiculous. Oh, goddammit. You have to get behind this guy to fucking... Look. I really like the enemy variants in this game, by the way. There's like a lot of weird shit in here. This is Apescape, the Dark Soul of PS1. And not Shadow Tower. We're definitely gonna play Shadow Tower on the stream at some point, by the way. Shadow Tower was a FromSoft like medieval game, kind of all pre Dark Souls. There's even a Shadow Tower on the PS2 that I got it, and like you're like in a fucking like medieval dungeon when you start, and your starting weapon is like a fucking Glock. I was like, hold up, what? I was like, I thought this franchise took place in fucking medieval times, and the main character's fucking main weapon is a gun, and I was like, this fucking rules. I'm gonna fucking shoot some knights. This is great. So that's that's fucking that game. I think didn't they also do Kingsfield, I think? That was a FromSoft, I think. I don't remember. But yes, yeah, I slept through like 9 meals, as Golden Drummer put it, and that was a fucking nightmare.
It was a nightmare for me.
Yeah, what was that like?
I was so worried.
What was that like on your end? Where every time I would just wake up every like 6 hours just to be like, you're overreact. You're crazy.
Honestly,
let me sleep.
I never like dealt with that before. Like, I honestly didn't know what to do.
I'm
like,
sorry. It turned out okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I will say that next time I give you express permission to just bring me to a hospital. Just pick me up and put me in the car.
Yeah. I was also thinking, like, feeding you small meals.
Yeah,
instead of huge meals, because I didn't know at the time, you know?
Well, no, that was the thing, too, is that, like, I couldn't even keep the water down, remember?
Oh, okay.
Like, you would give me, like, a glass of water, and I would sip it, like, a little bit, and it just wouldn't be enough. Like, I would just fucking immediately vomit it back up. That was, like, the worst part. That's why you were, like, you were even telling me, you were like, you probably need, like, IV fluids, because you can't, like, leave it. You can't keep it down. Ape Escape is old game. Play you, God, please. Hi, Tintin. You know, Tintin, if you're not at work, I'm sitting in Discord if you want to chit chat. You want to chit chat live on the stream?
Oh, he's playing Call of Monkey.
Call of Monkey. I'm playing Call of Monkey. Here we go.
Ah, Tintin's playing League.
Oh, he's playing League. What the fuck are you?
I mean, arcade.
What? Who are you? What have you done with Tintin?
Oh no!
I gotta go, fam, but I love you so much. OMG, Wafflecopter. He's dodging He's dodging me. He's playing. This motherfucker, is he really playing League? For anybody not aware, my good buddy Tintin, my good friend, has like. You know what? Let's check the actual number. Let's break kayfabe for a minute here. Let me go on to Steam, Tintin, and find how many hours Tintin has in Dota, because he has a lot. Where is it? Here we go, Tintin. No, I don't want to message him. I want to call this motherfucker out. View profile. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, he's got 586 hours in Tekken 7. But 5,639 hours in Dota 2. This man is not a League of Legends man. Yeah, he's still in chat! He's still in chat! I'm calling him out! You have that many hours in Dota! I don't believe you when you tell me that you're playing League. You're a Dota man through and through. That would be like... That would seriously be like if, I would think that you're, like, replaced by a body snatcher or something. That would be... I'm a gamer, sir. That would be like if I showed up one day. What if I showed up in a Discord call one day and I said, I love tits, Tintin. I'm not an ass man anymore. I just love tits. What, you would think that I was abducted by aliens. You would think it's not really me.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it was you either.
Exactly. And that's oh fuck, shit, I'm not paying attention to the fucking, oh god, I don't want to drown. Yeah, so I mean that's how I feel when I see this motherfucker tell me he's playing League of Legends. We're watching Arcane. We do I do an anime book club podcast, Young Farts Talk Anime, on YouTube. Check it out. We're gonna put it on like actual podcast aggregate sites soon. I keep saying that. I keep saying soon, but we really will. We have just about everything we need for that, except for we just need like little illustration for the podcasts. When we put them up places. So we do a little book club anime podcast, and right now the current thing that we're all gonna watch and talk about is Arcane. And these episodes are backlogged quite a lot, so it's probably gonna be a bit before this one actually comes out. But we are all watching Arcane, and now I wonder if maybe that is what has gotten Tintin playing League of Legends. Shame. Not even an anime as good as Arcane will get me to play League of Legends. No offense to anybody else who plays League. I'm giving him a hard time, but like to get to know me a little better, I just don't care for MOBAs. I've never played I played like real-time strategy games and shit, but MOBAs just don't really seem like my cup of tea. So it's just like a genre of gaming that I just don't fuck with at all. So I'm trying to fight against the current, okay? But I'm trying to platform and have a conversation at the same time, and it's difficult, okay? I'm not shit at this baby game. I'm just trying to talk. But yeah, no, I don't fuck with MOBAs. I don't really care for them. That was fucking gamer, guys. Did you see that shit? Whew. Gamer boy. Yeah, no, I don't play MOBAs really. MOBA games don't do anything for me either, says Cadmus guy. Yeah, I, no offense if you play them, you know, whatever. I just don't care for them personally. Man, as an outside observer looking in, like, League just seems so unpleasant. Every time I know, because I know a lot of people who played, or some people who do still play League, and it's always, like, they never sound like they're having fun. Like, when I hear people talk about other MOBAs, like when Tintin talks about Dota and shit, he's hyped. He's like, this game is really fun and it's really great, and I have a really good time playing it, and like people have good things to say about other MOBAs, but League is always like, it's also, I hear the same shit about World of Warcraft. People talk about World of Warcraft like it's a drug addiction. Like they're just like, yeah, man, I finally cut the World of Warcraft. I finally cut the WoW. I've been clean from WoW for a good while. I'm really proud of myself. Or like if they come back into WoW, they're just like, I'm so disappointed in myself. I picked up WoW again. And I don't really hear that with other MMOs. Like when people talk about like Final Fantasy 14 and shit, they're just like, hey, this game's rad. I can dress up my character to look cute. Like, this seems nice. And you know, RuneScape's just a bunch of like stupid memes. Fishing level, nice. But World of Warcraft and League are just like, oh, why the fuck do I still play this shit? Why do I do this to myself? And I feel bad. I feel sad. And I have to ask you, if anybody feels that way about any video game, ask yourself, why are you doing this? You can stop anytime you want. Nobody's forcing you to play League, unless if somebody is forcing you to play League, that's a whole separate problem. Call 911.
Blink twice.
Yeah, blink twice if someone has a gun to your head, forcing you to play League. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. But Arcane is good. Arcane's really, really good, and it might make me play that League of Legends fighting game when that comes out. But it will not make me play League. I'm sorry.
I do have a question though. What is your addiction?
What is my addiction?
Yeah.
In terms of video games?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I play video games for fun, so I feel like, do you mean addiction in that same way where people are like happy when they stop doing it? When they, like,
No,
kick the habit?
Like when you're generally having fun and you just can't stop playing.
Oh,
it.
just like a game I
like
can't...
Civilization or...
Oh, yeah. No, Civ is absolutely one of those games that once I start, I just cannot fucking put it down. And the most evil thing on the planet that has ever been done is putting a Civilization 6 on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah, that's very evil. Let me see.
It just means that no matter where I am, I can boot up a Civ and lose all productivity.
Yeah,
but it's okay because Civ's really fun.
I have this live right now, but for Civ, I played 105 hours.
105. That's not too. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those up.
But Animal Crossing.
Yes,
Animal Crossing.
Let us know your Animal Crossing hours. I know those are ridiculous.
910 hours.
I have like my RuneScape hours are ridiculous. In RuneScape 3, I have like I have like it's like months. It's like months worth of hours.
Yeah.
It's like 4 months worth. It's like 10,000 hours or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like absurd. What's it called? But yeah, Civ's a good one. Civ's a good one in terms of just like super addicting games.
Mm-hmm.
Civ is a good one. Let me think of it. Can you think of any other games that you just fucking like can't put down?
Let's see.
Like once you start them, it's just like, oh fuck.
Okami for one.
I mean, you've played Okami like a shit ton of times, which is crazy to me because it's like it's an RPG. It has a start and an end.
It has a lot of stuff in it.
I know, but you just like play it again after you beat it. I'm not that kind of gamer. Like I have to like what's it called? You know what? I think I can get to the top of the castle from the outside now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm just not that kind of like game player. Like when I beat a game, even if it's something like super replayable like Ape Escape, I gotta give it like a little bit of time at least.
Yeah. I don't know. Like for me, it's like when I play it again, it's like how fast can I complete it?
Yeah, no, that's totally reasonable. And I mean, I think it also like, not to speak for you or anything, but you didn't have that many games growing up, so you ended up like you played a lot of the same games like over and over, and so that's probably like really nostalgic to you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, cutscene. Hold up.
Well, look who's here. So you finally found us.
Spectre.
Jake. And
I
how
love
is everything
shitty
coming
English voice
along?
acting. It's so good.
Everything is under control and coming along very nicely according to plan.
He just said the same thing like 3
Let's get
times.
going.
Everything is under control and according to plan,
You're
going
not
well.
Anywhere. Oh yes, we are. I don't have time to bother with you right now. Oh, but we will. We will meet again. You just wait. You won't even know what hit you.
Another time, another place. You'll have your chance.
We'll fight that boss later. Now we fight this big lad. Sorry, so what were you gonna say, Kid?
Huh?
I think you were about to say something before the cutscene happened. That's okay.
I lost my train of
We
thought.
were talking about how you like you kind of like are able to like replay games instantly.
Yeah, I guess it's so ingrained.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a buddy named Cyril that he's kind of like the same way.
Oh.
He fucking like he only like replays stuff with stuff that he really likes. But he's the kind of guy that like, you know, for me it's like, okay, if I beat Persona 4 Golden, then you know you have the option to like New Game Plus with all your late game stats. And then you can like, you know, play the game, do more social links or do the social links you didn't finish, etc. etc. And I'm the kind of guy where it's like, oh, that'll be cool like 2 years from now. Like give me a couple of years to put some distance between this. But like Cyril's the kind of guy that he'll finish that fucking like 200-hour JRPG and then he'll be like, okay, it's time for New Game Plus now. Like immediately. Like immediately after, he'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna do New Game Plus, I'm just gonna play it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's totally fine. That's just not how I do things.
Yeah.
But I totally get it. Especially like, I don't know. You know, even if you're not like trying to break any records or anything, speedrunning's fun.
Yeah.
Speedrunning's fun. It's fun. Just to see if you can like beat
It
your own record.
It just feels satisfying, like once you play the game the first time, the second time you know what to do.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Which is really fun, like you feel like you're powerful.
Yeah, I get you, man. It's good shit. What was it, yeah, I know that you've, how many times have you beaten Okami, do you think?
Well, I know that I did finish Okami for the PS3, like all the way.
You did the so okay. That's one.
I did play Okami on the Wii.
But did you finish it on the Wii?
No.
No, yeah, you were kind of frustrated with the Wii controls.
Yeah, the controls were so difficult. Like.
Yeah, the Wiimote controls we were not very happy with, but the Switch port with the gyro controls are really good, apparently, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but
that's like the optimal version. Oh wait, what's this? Sorry, cutscene. Sorry. 1 sec.
Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? Hey!
Oh no, the statue's a monkey now!
Look, it's a UFO.
She just picked up a whole ass child.
Please help me!
Oh no! Baldy McGee!
it's kind of funny.
Spike, listen, I have a message from the professor.
Let's hear it.
Understood.
What's fucking funny, huh?
Spike, I'm sure you've seen the strange things going on outside. While you were gone, Spectre
Well, actually,
and
hold
his
up, this
gang of
dialogue
apes
now.
swept in and have taken over the town. The entire town is running scared. Everything's been turned upside down. It's a mess and we need your help. Here, take a look. Spectre's built his base right in the middle of town. The apes are everywhere. His army is getting stronger and more dangerous. You're the only one who can save us all. You've got the gadgets, now go use them. Time is running out. We're counting on you.
Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing?
Ah! I wonder if that picked up on the mic. I did the monkey. Just right, wife, left, good.
I'm alpha.
Okay, what were you saying was funny?
I don't have my headphones plugged in,
Yeah,
so I'm just doing stuff in the background right now.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just so funny. Like when you're making your own music.
Yeah, I just look like a fucking crazy person to you. So okay. So we were going over how many times you beat Okami. So you beat it on the PS3 once.
Yeah.
And then other than the PS3 and the Wii, is the Switch the only other version that you've played?
Yes.
Okay.
But I played it many times,
You must have.
but never finished it.
No. What?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. You've only finished the game once?
Yes.
Whoa.
Just finished evaluating the new
'Cause-
gadgets
You
with
blew
the
my
professor,
mind.
and we
Because-
sent it over to you.
What was it back then? I had a lot more time.
As the
Yeah.
professor's already told
But now, like,
if
you know,
don't
I'm in
complete the
college and
training,
stuff.
you
Yeah.
can't advance to the next area. Good luck.
Pretty much I end up, you know, in the middle of the game. And then I have to quit once I go back into school.
And then you go like, where was I again?
Where was I?
I might as well just start over.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit happened to me with Persona 3. I've never beaten Persona 3. I hate to admit it. I've
Yeah.
never beaten Persona 3 because I just kept on doing that, where school kept getting in the way. And so I've done, like, the beginning part of Persona 3, like, 100 times. I have done the beginning up to when you get Aegis, like, fucking 50 times. And so I just, like, now it's like a pain in the ass to start the game all over again. Also... oh, sorry, go ahead.
But I know this time I'm going to finish it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah. Well, since, you know, I'm recently a transfer, so I transferred into the quarter system.
Yeah.
So it's like much shorter.
Yeah,
than
you're
the
gonna have a
semester
big
system.
ass. You're gonna have a big ass summer break.
So
Yeah.
yeah. It feels like I have a little bit more time.
That's good.
So yeah, I can remember
Hell yeah.
where I'm at.
Spike, something has gone terribly wrong. The professor and Natalie are nowhere
I
to
had
be
a,
found.
this might have, oh my god, this might have been my
Ransacked,
first
and much of the equipment has been destroyed.
baby Dusk
The apes
first
were here, and I
little
believe
video
they've
game
taken
crush.
Professor and Natalie
I
away
thought
with them.
her Cassie,
They're now being
I thought she was
transported
the
to
little
Spectre's
AI
base
the
area.
professor made. I thought
His
she was so
exact
fucking
location is
adorable.
unknown.
This
All I
is so
can
fucking
tell you
cute.
at this
What
time
was
is
my
that his
video
base
game
is an
crush?
old
This is your
factory
first-
building
yeah, you
located
don't know?
in the middle of town
I think Kingdom
somewhere.
Hearts 2.
That makes
Spectre's
sense.
taking it
I had a
over
crush
and is
on,
now using it to
Who, Axel?
manufacture
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Head
sense.
over to the base. Find the energy storehouse. The energy storehouse is the heart of Spectre's factory. By destroying this, he'll shut down all the power to his base. The energy storehouse is hidden somewhere within a nearby park. Please hurry! The professor
This is
is making
great.
great danger. One more thing. The base has a
Live
heavy
concert.
and very powerful security system
It's like
that
that,
will not be affected by the power shutdown. So be
And
careful.
what was it? We Love Katamari. Like, one of the soundtracks is just a guy singing the main Katamari song.
God, I love that. We gotta play We Love Katamari on here.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that
we
game.
gotta play. We gotta play like every fucking Katamari. That'd be really fun. But especially the first two, Damacy and We Love Katamari, are so fucking good.
Yeah. I kind of want to play it like the recent one that not the recent Katamari game, but like the recent game that the
Oh, Watam?
Watam.
Yeah, we'll play that too. I have that.
Yeah. Maybe Nobi Boy too.
Yeah, we can play Nobi Nobi Boy. I have that on my PS3. That's another thing. Oh my god, I didn't even mention that on the debut. I should have mentioned that. I'll probably say it again at some point. But fun fact, the whole thing that like got me to starting to want to stream was originally because they were closing down the PS3, PSP, and Vita PlayStation stores. Was originally what it was, and there were so many cool games that were like exclusive to the PS3 store that that I had and that I wanted to really play, and when we thought that the store was closing, I bought a lot. I obviously I didn't fucking spend the whole stimulus check, but that was like around the time the stimulus checks, either the first one or the second one came out, and I spent a good chunk of that stimulus check just like getting PS3 games because I was worried about not being able to get them before the store closed. And then, of course, fucking Sony was like, oh, wow, you guys are spending a lot of money panic buying shit, so I guess we'll leave it open. And it was like, great, thanks. Fucking good. But originally the idea was that it wasn't even going to be like a VTuber, I was just going to stream. I was like, I just want to stream all these cool PS3 games that I got. Like, just to show all these fun little, like, exclusive or, like, weird, obscure PS3 games. And we're still gonna do that, by the way. We're gonna do a lot of that. I've already made the thumbnail for Tokyo Jungle. You know we're gonna play some Tokyo Jungle on this stream. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Sorry. Yeah. So that was kind of like the original thing, the impetus for me like wanting to stream, was to be able to show off those games, and then what was it? And it kind of coincided with on the anime podcast that I do. I'm gonna plug it again. Shameless plug. On the Young Farts Talk Anime podcast, we thought we had this funny idea that because we kind of like started the podcast around like the whole like VTuber boom, we thought that it would be really funny if we if each of us in the anime podcast just got like the shittiest, most generic looking VTuber models possible and just like did the podcast like that with those as our avatars. That was kind of that was a thing that we passed around. Maybe it would be like an April Fool's joke, or like we would just try to either commission an artist to just like do something like really simple, or like ask maybe like find like a good artist and just like purposefully ask them to make it look bad, or like just, you know, see if there's like anywhere that you can like make generic template ones, and just like that would just kind of be the joke, is that it looks bad, and then what was it, and then it kind of also evolved into this idea of, okay, what if I made a VTuber avatar for my PS3 streams, but the idea was that I just wanted to make the most, like, frilly, girly VTuber character with, like, the biggest tits imaginable. I wanted the breasts to be, like, 8 times bigger than the rest of the body. Like, I just wanted it to, like, balloon in front of her. I wanted the tits to be, like, comically just oversized, where, like, you see more tit than person. And I thought that would be really funny. And so I was just, like, thinking of ways to make it a joke. You know, where I was like, what if I do VTuber and this is the joke? And that's kind of how I just, like, kept approaching it. But then I kind of, like, had the slight idea of, like, oh, what if I just, like, actually, like, commissioned, like, a good, like, cute femboy VTuber model. And I just kind of, like, floated that idea, and all my friends were just like I floated that idea in the, like, haha, wouldn't it be funny, like, funny sarcastic joke, haha, and all my friends were like, no, do it. Everybody was just like really supportive and nice, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just do it. And then I did, and here I am. There's no meme. There's no joke. I just like being a cute femboy. No memes. That's it. That is the meme. That is the joke. Is that there is none. And I just kind of did this, like, sincere. And now here I am, performing for you. If you know the words, you can fuck it too. Put your balls together and make your cock snap. This is the funky rap. I'm sorry, I stopped halfway through because Cleo was just looking at me. Yeah, put that in your VTuber and smoke it.
How do you do that?
I don't know. You tell me, homework lady. Doing homework over there and shit.
I'm exercising my brain.
Like a good model student for some reason? What the fuck?
If anybody is curious, I'm learning about physics right now.
Oh, you're doing physics homework?
Yep.
Yeah, let's talk about your homework. What are you studying right now? You taking physics?
Let's see.
I know you got like a history class that you're quite fond of.
Yeah,
That's
I like
cool.
history.
Me too.
But for physics right now, I'm learning about waves and oscillations.
Oh fuck! Do you have to do like those labs with the electric equipment and stuff?
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. Oh, those were a pain in the ass. At least for me, I don't know. I feel like using the doing the labs where you had to use the oscilloscope when I took physics was a fucking pain in the ass.
I don't know. That might be coming up. I don't know. I have no idea.
I definitely. I feel like I feel like I have like this is the best way to gauge whether or not I hated something in school.
Yeah.
Is whether or not I still have like nightmares about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I get nightmares about the simple harmonic motion labs, where you had to for anyone not aware, in physics, at least in the labs that I took, for some of them you have to use this. You put this little cart on a track, a frictionless track.
Oh, that's like for friction and
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to you gotta do a bunch of different kinds of measurements and shit. And ours were like, at my school, were like, something was like wrong with them, and like the shit was like never calibrated correctly, and so it always just kind of like was a nightmare to do those labs.
Mm-hmm.
And they always, the worst part about them is that, you know, like the lab, each lab you have like a maximum of like 4 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
But some labs are like, oh, good news today, class. This lab only takes like 20 minutes or whatever. But every single one of those labs where you had the frictionless track, those always took like the full 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it was like, fuck, this is gonna be a late night.
I don't remember having any problems, but
That's good.
Yeah, like that. I had that lab such a long time ago. It was like my first quarter
Yeah.
there, so.
Is it all just like behind you now?
Yeah.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
about school in general.
Pretty much the physics I have, it's like in sequences.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm on the third sequence right now, the third and final one. So.
Oh man, good luck.
Yeah. I think last lab we did, like, some equipment wasn't working, so it was like,
Pain in the ass.
we had a very chill TA, so he's like, don't worry about it.
That's good. I had a chill TA in my physics classes too. I still do. If Steven were here, he could back me up on this because he had these labs with me. That there was a time when I was late, legitimately because I just forgot to set my alarm. I forgot to set it, and so it didn't go off.
Yeah.
And so I didn't wake up in time, and then it was like an early morning lab, and fuck, I fucked that up. Hold up. And I was just like half an hour late or something, and when I showed up, I still remember verbatim, word for word, when I walked in, the TA who ran the lab, as soon as I sat down, she walked over to me, and this is exactly what she said to me. She just walked up and said, "Christian, what the fuck?" What the fuck? And I was like, I'm so sorry. And this is how Steven, this is why Steven remembers this. This was like, I think this might have even been before we were like really hanging out. When we had this lab together. I think that like we didn't really know each other too much yet. And so he said that this like sticks out in his memory because I just like straight up told her, I was like, I'm sorry, I just honest to God forgot to set my alarm. It's my fault. Like, I'm sorry, I just didn't set an alarm and I didn't wake up on time. I'm really sorry. And she was just like, yeah, alright, that's fair, okay. Just don't do it again. And Steve, my buddy Steven remembers that because he was like, it never occurred to me in all my years in college to just like tell the professor the truth.
Mm-hmm.
When you fuck up something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna be real. I think that that's honestly the best policy most of the time.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, like for reals, most of the time, college professors have like a super good bullshit detector, and they have to listen to fucking students making excuses all the fucking time. And so like they're just sick of it. They're fucking sick of hearing dumb bullshit that they don't even believe. And then so if you just fucking walk up to them and just dead serious tell them the complete truth, just, yeah, I just fucking forgot to set my alarm. It was my fault. I'm sorry. Like, I fucked up. If you just completely like come clean to them and it's just like a super simple, completely grounded in reality response, like, that's never failed me. Every single time that I've done that, my professors have just been like, yeah, that's fair. Like, even the meanest professors I've had, they've been like, okay, thanks for being honest. You know what, fuck it. I'll extend the assignment, or like, I won't count you as late, or like, you know? Like, just fucking, just try it. I'm dead serious. It's like the best fucking, it's the best option. I really think so. Just don't bullshit them. And if your car breaks down, take a picture of like the damage, or take a picture of the what's it called, of like the tow truck or something. Take a picture that proves that your car broke down, and show it to them, because that happened to me once in my Japanese classes, where my professor was like a pretty strict, like no nonsense kind of, you know, like very, very Japanese professor. And we had a kanji quiz that day, and you could not make up quizzes in her class. That was it. You could not. No excuses. No makeup days. She was very strict about that. She was a really good teacher, by the way, but just no excuses when it came to that. What was it? My fucking car, I had a flat tire on the way to class. And I was freaking out because I was like, oh my god, this teacher is not, like, she's not gonna let me, like, retake this fucking kanji quiz. I need this, like, these are really important for your grade. Like, holy shit, this is not good. And, so what I did was I took a picture of the flat tire, and then when I came in, I got there, like, right after the fucking quiz had ended. Like, just my goddamn luck. So I get there, and I tell her, like, hey, there was nothing I could have done. Like, my fucking, I had a flat tire on the exit ramp for the school. I was right there. That's the worst part. I was right fucking there. Oh, I was right fucking there. And so I showed her the picture, and I told her, and bless you. And, you know, true to her word, she did not let me make up the quiz, but she did not count it as a 0 on my grade. She just took it off my grade.
Oh.
So my grade no longer, like, you know, counted that kanji quiz as contributing to my grade. So instead of counting it as a 0, which was very nice of her to do. So again, like, just don't bullshit your professors or your teachers or whatever. Like, they've heard it all before. Like, and they don't want to put up with more bullshit. Like, just be serious, honest with them.
I think if whatever reason they, like, are, like, mean,
Yeah.
then probably send a complaint or something.
Yeah, I mean...
Because like, they're...
you had a biology professor that's pretty mean. Is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm laughing because she's out of the situation now. But she had a biology professor that was just really unnecessarily mean.
Mm-hmm.
She was just kind of a bitch for, like, no reason.
Yeah, like, one of my classmates, like, what was it, like, on Discord, like, she had a really, really bad accident.
Yeah.
Like a car accident, and, like, her face was, like, all fucked up.
Oh, Jesus.
And I think, like, at the time, she couldn't use, like, her eye was damaged or something, so she can't see that well. And, like, you know, she emailed the professor, and, like, you know, she showed proof and stuff. And she did all that, and she said, you know, like, the professors are like, nah, just show up to the midterm.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck
like,
that.
without any accommodations or anything.
That is fucked up.
And, like, her other professors were like, oh, I'm so sorry, like,
Yeah.
is there anything we could do? Like, this one professor, she was so stubborn.
Yeah, holy shit.
You guys sharing war stories?
But, yeah.
War stories! Sorry, hold up. Mario's here. Let me put the fucking Discord thing. Here it is. Yes, we're sharing, like, shitty professor stories.
Yeah, like, holy cow.
Do you have any shitty professor stories that you would like to share with us, Mario?
Do I? Well, I do, but I can't really tell them Because the language involved is not okay for stream. And I
Things that
think
the
you know what
professor
I'm.
said?
Yes, it's because of the things the professor said. But
We're thinking of the same computer science professor, I believe.
yes, we are. And I had several with him, so I can really tell you his character there. But like,
Let's definitely not. Don't say his name.
no, of course I'm not gonna say his name. But like, even the things he would say, like I can't say them.
Yeah,
Like,
he said some really fucked up stuff. Apparently, I never actually had him. I technically had him for one class during the pandemic, but that like he just never did anything. There were like it was a huge problem. I don't know if you were in that class, Mario. But it was like a huge fucking problem because he it was like a class that was required for all computer science majors to in order to graduate. You had to take this fucking class, and this was like I think one of, if not like the last semester for the year. So a lot of people like me who were like, "Hey, I'm supposed to get my diploma soon. Like, I need to get this class," and he just like didn't. Like the thing for like because it was an online class because of COVID, and he just never like posted in the online class thing. Like it was just blank. The web page for the online class was just blank. It had nothing in it. He never responded to any emails, and so it was just like, there's no assignments, there's no homework, there's no anything. There's just nothing. Just radio fucking silence. And then eventually he, after like being pressured by the fucking dean to actually do something and actually teach, he posted like the most vague, like it wasn't even instructions for an essay. It was like the rubric for like grading an essay, and it wasn't even clear if it was an essay. And it was just like, yeah, this is the only assignment. Your entire grade will be this. This is the class. This one thing. And it was like super vague and hard to follow. So everybody was like, is there a page limit? Is there a page requirement? Is this an essay? Is this a paper? Like, what is this? What are we doing? And he just, again, complete radio silence. And so eventually, I think like the dean of the computer science department just like decided for us, here's a prompt for like a 3-page essay, write it before finals day, and you get an A. Here you go. That's what we all did. It was
no, I wasn't involved in that class.
It was a nightmare. It was so stressful.
But I had one class where, with him,
yeah,
that's for the final. He never told us if we actually had a final. And we were really unclear, like, okay, so do we come in on the last day? Like, what day, what time do we come in if we do? Like, just complete confusion about what was going on. I think technically we were given, like, if I'm remembering this correctly, we were given general, like, the school gave out, like, general schedules, like, oh, these classes meet these times if, like, they're normally scheduled this time, like, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, I just in case, I just showed up to class, like, on that day that the school, like, generally put out. Because I had no idea what else to do.
Was he there?
Two or three other guys were in there with me who also decided to show up just in case. We waited like maybe 15-ish minutes or something.
Yeah.
He never came. But I'm pretty sure I remember seeing him on my way to the classroom. I don't know if he was heading there. He could have been going any like number of directions. But I saw him outside.
Oh my god, that was like one of the first programming classes I ever had. again, we're not going to name names here, but there is actually quite a lot of professors who did this. But there was one particular, the first like computer science class that I had when I changed majors, was this one professor that didn't actually do any teaching. He just like got a TA, and then he split his salary with the TA, and the TA would just be the teacher. and the actual teacher just never showed up. Sometimes he would show up on the first day just to say, hi, I'm the teacher whose name is on this class. But other than that, he would just like never show up. And I remember that TA fucking sucked, and I was not learning a goddamn thing. So I was just, I remember the first day that I decided to, and by the way, I should note that this professor did show up on the first day, so I knew what he looked like. I had seen him. And so on this day, I eventually decided, fuck this. I'm not going to this class anymore. This TA is completely fucking unhelpful. I'm not learning a goddamn thing. It would serve me so much better to go home and watch programming tutorials instead of being in this class. So I ditched, and the first time that I ditched this this class, I bumped into the professor, like getting into his car while I'm getting into my car. And so it was this really awkward thing where, like, he definitely recognized me from the first day, so he knew that I was a student ditching his class, and I recognized him as a teacher ditching his own class. And so we both just kind of awkwardly like, yeah, hi.
You know, what's funny about that story is I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Because we had a class, yes, that he taught, and he did the same thing, but it was reversed.
Yeah.
He never showed up until the last day or something,
Yeah.
and then he introduced himself. Which the TA also
Was kind of worthless.
was kind of worthless.
He was... Oh, that was a complicated class.
Yes, it was.
I don't even know if I think we should ever go into the specifics of that class, because that might actually be something so specific that it could be used to track down where it happened.
Oh yeah, I don't think we could ever really tell that story like on the pod story or on the podcast.
I don't think we can.
On the Tell Stories podcast, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our college stories are a little too specific to share in general.
Yeah, unfortunately. There's some stuff though. I mean, like what I just mentioned, and
Yeah,
a couple things.
but to like give the full extent of like a lot of the BS that happened, like we really can't.
Yeah.
I do
It's a
have
shame,
a
but well.
list of what the professor has done.
Oh my god, you have a list!
Well, I had to make it so I can, like, send in that complaint.
Oh, right, because you, like, sent a complaint to the dean.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You know what happened?
What?
She ended up getting fired.
Did she really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's not gonna teach anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah, good. Because, I mean, like, I think, didn't you say, like, you and, like, all your other classmates kind of, like, went in and made a complaint together?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Because, yeah, that's total fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
Some of these fucking professors have tenure, and there's just, like, nothing you can do about it.
If you want me to list off what she did,
You can give some
if
of
you're
the
curious.
some of the highlights.
Okay. This, it's like in the middle, like, of winter quarter.
Yeah.
So it was like, we were kind of like, transitioning back to in-person. So
That's right. You guys had
half of the quarter was like online,
Yeah.
and we
you
had to.
You had online for like 3 weeks, and then the rest of it was all in person.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Let me see. Let's see. Like, when we were online, she wants us to attend lecture, even if it's not mandatory. And threatened us to stop recording videos if we don't show up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she recorded the lecture, but she said that if anyone decided to not show up to the online lecture, she would no longer record the lecture. Right?
Yeah.
That kind of, yeah.
Yeah, what I think is kind of messed up because, you know, there are people that are like, that have work and stuff, and sometimes, you know, they're kind of late,
Yeah.
you know? And sometimes, like, even if you attend the lecture, you know, the recordings are kind of useful because, you know, you can watch it again to see
Yeah,
what
for your notes and shit.
is like, oh, like in case you miss anything.
Yeah.
You know? Which is useful for me.
Yeah.
Because, you know. And, yeah. And what else? Like, she says, if you have any questions, let me know. You know, and as soon as the students ask a question, she gets mad for no reason.
It was because you told me this one, that the class average for the midterm was like super low.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the grades came back, she was like pissed off. She was like, this is because you guys are not asking me enough questions. You guys need to fucking ask me some questions, or your test or your final test scores are also going to be really low. And the first person that asked a question, she was like, well, I'm not gonna hold your hand with all this shit. You need to stop relying on me with all these questions.
It's like,
because I grew up in, where did she grow up? In
Armenia.
Yeah, she was like, I grew up in Armenia, and in the Armenian education system, we don't just hold everybody's hands like you Americans who need everything spoon-fed to you.
It's like,
And
okay.
I was like, bro, okay.
And it's genetics too, like, it's not easy stuff to, like, learn overnight.
It was a hard fucking class.
You know.
Let's go!
Yeah, and she doesn't care whether we have COVID or not. This is like when, you know, we were going in person, she said, oh, if you have COVID, just show up for the midterm.
Oh, yeah. That was another thing.
Which made us nervous.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And here's the joke. She is in charge of what was it? Of the, you know, there's like a system that the school has. Like you put in a survey every day. Like whether you have COVID.
Survey.
Yeah,
yeah,
wellness.
Whether or not you have any symptoms of COVID or anything.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's the one that created that thing.
So she was in charge of the survey, but she was also like, but if you get COVID, just fucking come in anyway.
Yeah, she's in charge of that research about COVID.
Okay.
So that is really confusing to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna list the highlights. There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, point being, she was a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She deserved
Oh,
it.
another one. She wouldn't give us back our midterms because previous students posted them online, but she keeps saying it's because of our actions. It's because of us.
Wait, so she wouldn't give you guys back your midterms like after she graded them for you guys to study off of?
Yeah, because of a previous class from a previous quarter.
Because of a previous class, like ended up uploading the midterm?
Yeah.
Well, that just means you need to make a new midterm every time! Like, stop being lazy!
Yeah. So...
Yeah, we had a lot of teachers like that were using...
Our fault. Our fault that happened.
We had me and Mario, we had a lot of professors that were, like, using the same exact tests that they were using in, like, the 90s.
Mm-hmm. It's like... Yeah. I don't know, like, some schools, you know, like, some are, like, science-oriented.
Yeah.
and like I guess in order to do research you have to become a professor as well. So like I think some professors are like forced to teach in order to get money for their research.
They just
So
want to be researchers and they just kind of get forced into a teaching position.
yeah,
Oh, it's
I
dumb.
think that's
dumb.
a problem.
It's like the same thing with teaching hospitals, that the doctors there, the head staff needs to be teachers too.
Yeah.
At least that's my understanding from House MD. Are you still with us, Mario?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But I've learned something today that like it's kind of in a completely different direction, but
Yeah,
it's amazing. So I've been recently having some like internet problems again, unfortunately,
Oh
which I thought were resolved because I have, and this is important to note, I have a second router now,
Yeah.
a Nighthawk. And as soon as I like got it and like actually got it up and working, it was amazing, way better. But
same here.
recently, like my because you know how there's like the 2 gigahertz connection and the 5 gigahertz, whatever.
Yes.
I've always been running the 5 gigahertz, and recently that one like would barely connect at all, and would usually just like straight up drop like a lot. And then the 2 gigahertz would have like a weak, shitty connection. I was trying to figure out why. And today I was like mentioning it to my boss, because we were just talking about like our days and stuff like that. And I told him, oh, it sucked. I was trying to troubleshoot like as soon as I got home from work. I didn't really even get time to hang out because you know it basically took up my whole evening, all that. And he told me, hey, you know, like, tell me what happened. Like, let's troubleshoot a little bit here. So we talked a bit. And he reminded me, hey, I used to work for that nondescript internet service provider. And
Yes.
he told me he actually used to be one of the guys that would like, he actually did a lot of jobs for that service provider, but
Yeah.
one of them was to be the guy that like goes to people's houses and fix their internet when something's wrong. And he told me that this is something he does like now for his house, and like it works way better for him. But what you do when you have a second router is on the original router, you turn off the Wi-Fi, leave only the Ethernet,
What the?
hard connect with Ethernet your new router to the old one, right?
Uh-huh.
And then just connect to the Wi-Fi that like your new one gives off. I did that. I turned off the Wi-Fi from my old router because I just like set it up and just connected as in. I let all of the channels just go. But as soon as I turned off the old one, I like doubled my like internet speed.
What the shit?
Yeah. He explained to me that like by having the original like Wi-Fi signal go out from your old router and then trying to have the like 2 new signals or 2 new Wi-Fi like signals from the new router,
Yeah.
they fuck with each other and they slow each other down when they're both on.
Bruh. God damn it. So am I fucking myself then?
Well, okay, so that's
exactly
the
what I'm
other
doing.
that's the other side of it. Cuz yeah, I didn't know any better either. But the other side of it, he warned me, is that like if you have like a really big house, having them both on is better because they can at least kind of bounce off each other. But if you don't do that, then there's only like basically one signal going out, and the further it goes out, the weaker it obviously gets.
Yeah.
So it can help if you have a big house. If you have a small house, it just hurts.
Got it.
So I don't know if in your case it would help, given the like layout of your specific house. It's hard to say, especially considering like I know you have like a lot of devices and you have like roommates and all that. So I don't know if that's a good idea in your case.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can try, but the warning I'll give you is that it's very easy to turn off. I don't know how to turn it on again. I think I know, but it's not like
Holy
I've done
shit,
it yet.
okay.
Because what I would imagine is that like, because the way I turned it off is it's easy to go to your router settings like on your browser, right? Because you're connected to Wi-Fi. That's its own like kind of little weird thing to get to.
Yeah.
But it's not hard. But you're doing that, or it's easy to do that because you're just on your Wi-Fi and you can just right ahead go and do it, right?
Yeah.
But to turn it back on, there is no Wi-Fi to connect to turn it back on anymore because you've turned it off. I guess.
What a conundrum.
I guess you would have to have like, just like an extra Ethernet cable, hard connect like a laptop or something to the old router, and then that way you can go to your router settings for the old one and then turn it back on that way. I guess. I can't imagine why that wouldn't work, but like again, this is conjecture here. I haven't done it.
That could work because the router is in Megan's room, in my roommate's room. So she has a wired connection.
Yeah.
Lucky motherfucker.
I'd imagine. Oh yeah, actually, in that case, for you, it probably would be easier because no matter what, she could probably connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to try it, go for it. But I mean, that's at your risk.
Nah,
okay.
I mean, it's working fine for me right now, and like my mom still uses the old Wi-Fi. So
Yeah,
would,
see,
like,
that's
fuck with all of her stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like now everybody has to like readjust and reconnect to like the one at the second one, and that's its own kind of annoying hassle.
Pain in the ass that the smart TV in the fucking living room has to reconnect.
Yeah. So I don't know, just something interesting that I found out that I had to do.
Damn. Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I think so.
I know, knock on wood, huh?
There's a little weirdness in that like I have way like the best connection I've ever had now, specifically on the 5 gigahertz band.
Hot damn.
But if I connect to the 2 gigahertz band, it's worse than it was.
Whoa, holy shit, okay.
But I had my brother do an internet test speed on his tower because he's only ever used the like the 2 gigahertz, and he's even like there was even a point that I could tell. I don't know how long he's been doing this because he never mentioned it, but he was actually also on the like old Wi-Fi, like old router like Wi-Fi, because the 2 gigahertz on the Nighthawk was like unusable, I guess, for him.
Honestly,
or unbearable.
Same here, yeah.
But now that like I've changed this, when he did the internet test speed like just now, it looked higher than it was before for me.
Interesting.
So, and like even like at the best that it's run before, it's still higher. So I'm like, okay, I think it's fixed. I don't know why my tower specifically is not good with that band, but it doesn't matter. I'm the only one who uses the 5 gigahertz anyway, so
yeah,
it should be okay. So this should be resolved. Yes.
I know obviously we'll talk about it on the podcast, but have you finished rewatching Arcane?
Yeah.
You sound disappointed.
Look.
Whoa, I guess we're gonna get into this in the podcast.
Arcane is very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Objectively, it is very good. I can only ever say good things about it.
Oh no. Okay.
I couldn't really get into it.
Oh my. Sorry.
But
that's fair.
It was just like all around so good.
It was.
I just don't know what it is about like with me in this specific series that like I just can't like I'm just not feeling it.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's.
Goddamn.
I know I mentioned it offhandedly like in the Discord, but like I meant it when I said like I was dragging my feet on it.
Whoa, that's why you were. I thought you were just like busy with work and shit.
No, I've had like gaps where like if I'm eating or something, like that'd be perfect to like watch it. I chose to watch other stuff on purpose.
Oh my God, Mario, you fucking contrarian. Listen to this motherfucker. He gets these 5-course meals. He gets Cowboy Bebop. He gets the Samurai Champloo. And this motherfucker says, not good enough for me. Give me the Sword Art Online.
Oh wait, that's right. I'm having a track history now with this kind of thing.
You motherfucker. Oh, that's fine though. That's fine. I mean, I'm jokingly giving you shit, but whatever, man.
I think it is interesting in the sense that, like, there is a point where when it's specifically just trying to... How do I put this? When it starts to become an art, I guess, at that point, the way Cowboy Bebop and the way, like, Arcane do, at that point, it starts to become more of, like, a taste thing for me. Whereas when it comes to, like, say, a lot of, like, the shitty anime that I like, there's just so much dumbness to it, and that it's just likable to me.
It's like, yeah, it's like a different kind of enjoyment.
Yes, it's a different type of enjoyment. There we go.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I get it. I'm like jokingly giving you shit, but I have plenty of junk food, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of junk food that I like.
I know what you mean, but that's just kind of how, like, I guess it's just been for me. Because I mean, I guess Tokyo Ghoul is like an easy answer to give, where it's like, that is a very good story, and there's a lot of good things about it, but like, it's a very different taste, say, compared to, I don't know, Berserk, if anything.
Yeah.
Which, if we're in the very broad sense saying they're both kind of gritty things, they're going at this kind of thing. They're very different stories, and they're just like crafted so differently, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know you said you weren't really like partial to it, but would you disagree if you say like it is its own art? I suppose.
I could kind of see that, but I mean, I could see what you mean with, like, I definitely see what you mean with something that's just, like, kind of trashy, like Sword Art, or, like, all the isekai crap that you read and watch. But, like, even though I didn't love Tokyo Ghoul, I don't know if I would put it that far in there. I think there was some genuine enjoyment to be had.
Oh wait, you just reminded me about something that I think you'll be interested in hearing. I've slowed down on the trashy anime. It's starting to swing back. I'm noticing that the pendulum is swinging a little faster than before these days.
That's okay. But you can only handle so much crap at one time. You'll get back to shoveling more anime crap down your gullet soon.
I've recently noticed like more, or several more, I should say, of anime that like, or I specifically should say, isekai, or trash isekai manga, that has turned into, or that has had an anime adaptation. Which honestly, trash might be a little much for some of these. Some of these are actually kind of like decent.
Yeah.
But one of them that got an anime adaptation was called, I don't know, something funny to me about you're just going down and you just swing and catch.
And then I fucking fell off the fan. God damn it!
One of them that got an adaptation was interesting in that it's one of the ones that try to put like a spin on the isekai thing, where it's like he got transported, but he's just like the king now, and now he's gonna do like civilization management, and that's the show.
Okay.
Which I kind of like for that, because I don't know, I'm boring and I like politics in these fantasy settings. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I like boring shit like that too.
But it was I really like it, and I was reading the manga long before, and I was caught up on it before that anime came out. But I should really go back and check to compare. But there. All right, I'm gonna have to explain a little bit here because there's a little bit to this, right? Yeah. But bear with me here.
Yeah.
A character, or the main character, basically created like Showtime programming and like, you know, entertainment like programming like through like magic stuff, and they basically have performers and stuff and like newscasts and like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
To spread information faster and to also like spread arts and stuff like that, right?
And I'm sure there's an isekai idol group in this
there is a character in this series who is a singer, a traditional singer.
Here we go.
Okay. Now, there was only one idol song that he had her sing. All right, so it's not like they made that a thing. But so that was like bearable. But like for the general like intention of like what he set up, he still had her sing like just basically just regular, I guess, songs in this universe. To spread art, right?
Yeah. Yes,
normal
for
so
the
far.
sake of art. Yeah, of course.
Normal so far. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Where's the degeneracy?
Of course, this has to be, a harem anime. Like, you can't get out of that, right?
Oh yeah, of course. What else would it be?
Especially because he's the king, and they mask it with like, oh, these are political marriages, right? And these are like, these are, first consort kind of things, right? Like that kind of crap, right? So they do that, right? And then she wants to become one of them too, right?
Okay.
But as she's like, or as that scene's happening, and they're talking about that, the king, the isekai dude, goes, no, we can't do that, like, or we can't get married yet, because you're like the singer now, like for like the kingdom. You can't be married.
You're
like,
an idol. You can't have a relationship.
See, that's the crazy thing, is that at least from the way I remember it, in the manga, it at least tried to, like, word it differently so it wasn't so blatant.
Yeah.
The anime made it almost blatant that I've created idol culture and you're an idol now, so you can't be married because you have to give the illusion of, like, availability. And it almost, like, fully spells it out for you. It was crazy.
Fucking hate
And-
culture.
And I hated that. I hated that in the adaptation, because at the very least, the manga tried to be a little subtle about it. Even though I didn't like it then. But this is a dude who is in a completely different world, starting this concept from scratch. He can do the concept right. He has full reign. There is no preconceptions to this. He recreates the exact same system with no change for the better when he could have.
Natalie, I'm here. Don't
That's
worry,
right. He's
I'll get down here.
isekai. He knows. Wait a
This
minute.
world-
He knows idol culture.
I still need them to help me.
You son of a
They're not going
bitch.
Anywhere.
Exactly.
Ah,
It just
You're
made
really
me
starting
so
to bug
mad
me.
with how
I'll never cooperate
with how
with
just
you,
like
Spectre.
blatant it is with it. I don't know. It's
Holy
frustrating.
shit.
We get
That's
outta
fucking
here.
annoying.
You'll be sorry.
I've seen so many people
Take them
these
away.
days.
Yes.
It's just so weird. I say this a lot, but like
Hey, look at us.
I've definitely I have slowed down a lot in these last couple
Now you
months. I've
really
slowed
made me
down on my
mad.
social
It's
media
time to get
usage.
rid of you once and for all.
So I see way less Twitter bullshit than I used to. I still see it sometimes on the little amount of time that I go on Twitter, and I hate it. But what was it? That was the thing that was going around for a little bit. That people on Twitter were just getting really angry, and they were like, idol culture doesn't exist, dumbass. It's not real. There are absolutely no rules written down that these girls can't have relationships. No
Oh
rules.
yeah, is that why you have videos of idols saying like, oh, all you fans out there, are you also banging the love band?
That's I think that probably it was such a long time ago, but it's still like it really sticks in my head that I don't remember her name, but one of the members of a major idol group called AKB48. One of them was like caught having a boyfriend, and then like immediately, like a week after, or like a day after or something, was quit the band and shaved her head and she like made this horribly phony statement where she was just like basically reading from a script, like, I was not fired, I left of my own volition, and I chose to shave my head. It was not a part of the idol group hazing where they made me shave my head as a punishment. I chose to do this. And it was just like, oh my fucking god, this poor woman.
Yeah.
What have they done? It's fucked up. Like it's like there's so much. I'm just not gonna go like super into detail, but like they do so much of this shit on purpose. Where like when you're chosen to be an idol, they do it from such a young age, and then they make sure that the idol corporation provides you like everything that you need to live. They do it for you on purpose so that these girls grow up not knowing how to like rely on themselves. Like they do it on purpose to make sure that the girls they choose for these idol groups have no sense of independence. Like they'll make sure like, oh, these girls need to make sure they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to pay the taxes, they don't, like we do all this stuff for them so that when they if they ever leave, they know that they can't because we're like their whole livelihood. What were you gonna say?
Did you know that Matsuri used to be an idol? Like an actual idol?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know the specifics on that. I just saw it like offhandedly, like, because obviously like they do at least like try to like hide as best they can, you know, their own stuff.
Yeah.
But it's come up a little bit. I've seen like in her like personal channel, like it is like a thing that she used to do.
Yeah, there's only so much that you can do for people that already had, the people that become VTubers that already had like a major online presence.
Yeah.
Or like a major just like celebrity presence. They're really, you know, it just kind of becomes this weird open secret.
Yeah.
Where everybody knows and you just kind of can't say anything.
Oh, I do have some happier news though.
Uh-huh.
Say, I don't think you've heard of this series, but like I saw this, or the first episode of this anime that's like barely coming out. It's called Spy X Family. It's really good. I really recommend it.
Fuck you. The joke is that I've been reading the manga since the beginning, and I've been gushing about it in our Discord ever since it came out. I am very, very happy to see that the anime adaptation is good and that people are talking about it. Spy X Family deserves all of the hype and all of the popularity because it's just really good.
Yeah.
You and Tin both shared shots of Spy X Family of Anya being like a gremlin, and I was like, oh, that looks funny, and then I just like never thought about it again. And I saw the anime came out, and one day I was very, very bored at work, so I'm like, you know what? Why don't I try the first episode? Soon after it was out, I think like the week after or something.
Yeah.
And it was incredible, and I was just like, God damn, like I gotta watch this now.
It's just a really fun premise with really great characters. It's good. It's just really good. It's thoroughly enjoyable. It creates like a really interesting little fictional world, and like I don't know. I like Spy X Family a lot. And I haven't even seen the anime yet. But I definitely want to. I think that should be. We should make that a thing. Me and Melissa, we should start like watching that weekly. We can't have our JoJo Fridays, goddammit, then we should have our Spy X Family whatever day it comes out.
I'm completely caught up on the manga.
For Spy X Family?
Uh-huh.
I'm like 3 chapters behind, I think. Maybe 2. I am caught up on Dan though.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I'm caught up on Dan. I caught up on Dangers of My Heart. And I'm almost caught up on hanging out with the gamer girl.
I caught up on One Piece, so.
Yeah, I've been caught up on One Piece.
Well done.
I'm back into Berserk though.
I can't believe you made
Oh,
it
you hear the Ape Escape now.
That's
You
right.
hear the voice
I
acting.
won't be beaten by you. Now return all my friends. I'm not giving up that easily.
That's right.
I just had another feeling.
I love this shit voice
So I
acting.
have to run now, but I'll see you
Reminds
later.
me back in the
You can be
day,
sure of
when,
that. See ya.
you know, on
Hey,
4Kids.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going? Wait.
It pissed me off so much when they made they did a remake of Symphony of the Night on the I think it was on the PSP or something. I don't know. At some point they made a remake of Symphony of the Night and they like did the voice they redid the voice acting to like make it actually good. And I was like, "You fools! This was like the one thing you shouldn't have touched." What did you do? You ruined it. You made it good. This is bullshit. It's so iconic. The shitty voice acting in that game. It's like the fucking quintessential shitty voice acting. It was so disappointing. And now that
bringing it.
Oh, what?
Oh wait, finish the thought.
I was just gonna say that the PS4 version, the like PS4 upscaled version of the game, is the one with the good voice acting, and you can't turn on the shitty one. But anyway, go ahead.
Bringing it back to full circle, voice acting incredible in Arcane.
Oh my god, yes. Holy shit, yes. Voice acting is so fucking good in Arcane. These performances, like the... Oh my god, I'm gonna gush about it when we actually get to it in the podcast, but the raw emotion that is conveyed.
Welcome back to the
Jesus
amusement
Christ.
park. I've been
Especially
expecting you. But we're not here to have fun.
from Jinx.
This is all about payback. You've ruined my plans
Fucking
one too
amazing.
many times. You've
That's actually
captured some
not
of
the
my
example
soldiers,
that.
and in
Yes,
return,
everyone
I've
is great, but
decided
that's
to
not the
take your
example that
little
actually
friends.
comes to mind
If you
readily.
want them back, you have to play a simple game
For me,
called
I feel
Sync.
like,
You
oh
see,
my, I feel like
find the
Jinx's
professor and
performance,
Natalie
like,
somewhere in the park, and it's
when
your
she
job
gets
to
like
find them before something
unhinged or
terrible
just
happens.
like
The soldiers in the area
you get
are
like
angry and
the
ready for
from
retaliation,
the
and I won't
visuals
be
to the voice
responsible for their
acting,
actions.
it really
Take a
fucking
look around.
sells this
I
like
fixed up the park
psychosis
just for
that she's
you.
in.
Are you ready
This like
for the
fucked
ride
up
of
weird
your life?
worldview that she has.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. It like comes together to make this thing that's like greater than the sum of its parts.
I agree that honestly she probably is like the best in that, but anytime I think of the voice actings, the scene that comes to me first is of Jace. And I'll go into that more later. But
Interesting.
Jace is the first one that I think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, stellar all around.
Yeah, no, really, really good voice cast. Like, oh my god. Good shit all around. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, again, I said this earlier, and I put it in our Discord chat, but an anime about League of Legends has no right being this good. It's upsetting, almost. It's absurd.
How do you feel like what's the way to put this? Well, let me ask it like this. When you were preparing for your voice actor roles, what do you feel like helped the most, or like to get you into that, like, I guess the zone for you?
My voice acting roles?
Yes.
Pardon?
You know, that's are you not? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. What voice acting roles?
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I've done like voice acting for Tintin and like his comic dubs. Well, I mean, I used to do like, I mean, I don't know if you can even still find this stuff. I think it's all gone. If anybody finds it, then I'll definitely put it up and we can cringe to it live on the channel. But I mean, like, I wanted to be a voice actor when I was a little kid. So I did like a lot of what's the word? Like amateur, like free voice acting for shit online. Like really old shit. I don't even remember what any of it's like called at this point. If I wanted to find it, I don't know how the hell I would. But it's floating around there somewhere. There's like a voice acting forum or something.
I mean, what young voice actor doesn't? I mean, what young anime fan doesn't want to be a voice actor?
Right? I know, yeah. That was just kind of like, yeah, God. So them's how it was back then. And Steve Bloom was my hero. And then I met him once at a convention, and I told him that he was my hero, and he said, "Don't say that."
What?
Yeah, he just laughed. I was like a little kid. I was like fucking, well, not a little kid. I was like 15 maybe. And I was like, "You're my hero, man. I want to be a voice actor." And he was like, "Don't say that, man." Like, there's better people to be your hero.
You know, in a way, that's like a really good sign too, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Kind of funny. Oh, I think back to that and I cringe. Ugh.
Who doesn't cringe?
I know, who doesn't think back to their childhood and cringe?
I do.
Fuck.
I just glanced at Twitter right now, right?
That's a bad idea.
No, it turned out to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I saw was Horse Girl. And I'm like, yes, this is what I'm here for.
Horse girls, goddammit.
But, dude, you don't... I don't think you understand, Christian. There is no more content for me to, like, enjoy from it. The anime was it. Like, the game's not in the West, obviously, so, like... Yeah, the game is not, like, available in the West. It is a Japan-only one.
Do what I do for Google Translate Gaming.
No, it's not the same.
That's actually how I like figured out the logistics of doing Google Translate Gaming. All the tutorials and stuff that I watched were for people who wanted to play
How to Master?
Like idle gacha games that weren't in America.
See, because keep in mind that like this series, Uma Musume, is by the same guys who did Idolmaster and owned by the same company.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yes, they don't release their stuff really like in the West like much at all. I don't really understand why, because I'm under the impression that it actually has like it's pretty solid fan base in the West. I'm pretty sure like it'd be profitable enough for them to export it. I don't understand why they don't, but
what a predicament I'm in.
Is there
here we
really no
are.
official Idolmaster release in America?
I think there's like maybe one version of it available in the West, but that's kind of it. You don't really get the main or the bigger ones.
It's kind of difficult to think about that kind of like, or not difficult, but it's like it's weird to think about that kind of stuff now because you know, like back in the day. Like, I have a lot of older, like, just import games in general, like, you know, old console games and shit. But, like, nowadays, fucking, like, everything just gets localized no matter what. Like, it's weird now if a game doesn't come, like, worldwide. Like, that's weird. Back in the day, it was kind of like, oh man, fingers crossed that we get this fucking anime game in the West. Oh man, I don't know if we will though, because it's not Naruto. But, like, just thinking about, like, I guess in the world of, like, mobile, fucking anime, like, mobile games, there still kind of is a lot of weird region locking. And that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I don't really get it, but what can you do?
It's so crazy to me that, like, Nintendo has shut down, like, every single one of their fucking mobile games, except for that fucking Fire Emblem one. Because it just prints money.
Yeah, that's right. They shut down. I remember seeing the, like, announcement that they were shutting down Dragalia Lost.
That one's such a bummer, not because of me, but because Alyssa's really into it. Alyssa really likes Dragalia Lost. It's such a bummer.
That's how I discovered Daoko.
Yeah, a really great Japanese music artist, by the way. Check out Daoko.
And there are other artists that you know that have their music on there, and like it's like, oh man.
I'm sorry. I know that you really like that game, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're shutting down Dragalia. That was like the last big one. I think, did they shut down that fucking shitty Mario Kart mobile game yet?
I have no idea of it, so probably.
No, I don't know if they did. They shut down Mario Run. They shut down that mobile Dr. Mario game performed horribly. There's like a chart. There's like a chart that they gave to their shareholders that shows like how much each of their mobile games made, and like that Dr. Mario one I think made the least. It's like the tiniest part of the chart.
Oh, I checked, by the way. None of the Idolmaster games are like available in the West. Not even like some of the like, I guess more side ones or something, or like
That
not even
is-
like a major one.
That is so bizarre to me because that's such a huge franchise. But it also, like, I guess it makes sense that I never knew because I don't really give a shit about Idolmaster, so...
How dare you?
But how the fuck would I? Yeah, I'm sorry. Miura would be very sad if he were still alive to hear me say that. Because he was the biggest Idolmaster fan of them all. Oh, I think my cat wants in. I told you she'd meow if she wanted in. Let the beast in! You okay?
Yeah.
Feel you. I like how the professor runs around when the clown's rolling.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he like runs and hides. It's funny. It's the little thing.
I always think about that like I don't even know what developer it was, but it
Thanks
was
for
like
saving
a
me. I'm so glad to
like
see
the
you. and
mid
glad to see you're
2000s,
safe.
like
Okay.
You've gotten
I want to say, so probably like
Thanks to your gadgets,
no, wait, not even mid 2000s, probably more like around 2013 or something.
Mhm.
I saw a post about like some developer saying like, look, our world, like our game like has like even the fish have AI. They know to like swim away from you and they're like afraid of you, and that was like a selling point to him because that's like so advanced, right?
Yeah.
But then it like hard cuts to somebody showing a clip of Mario 64 and the fish are swimming away from you because they have AI to do that.
Oh no. That's fucked.
Yeah. It makes me laugh just in the sense that like these like older gen games, they have a lot of like heart to them and a lot of thought to
God,
them
yeah.
in a lot of cases. And a lot of like modern games just like kind of lose that or a lot of
Yeah.
that charm because they're always like prioritizing the other things like being really flashy and high graphics.
Having
And,
a huge world. Never mind if the world actually has stuff to do in it. That was always my biggest problem with the fucking like Ubisoft kind of games. It's like, yes, your world is gigantic, but it's just like there's so much space of fucking nothing, and then tiny little sprinkles of copy paste the same like 5 missions. Yeah. It's like, man, that's not a game. Just make a smaller map with more unique stuff to do. Like,
it's still really funny to me how I showed you the UI from Assassin's Creed Odyssey and you were not happy.
yeah, I just looked at it and I was like, I don't like this. I do not like this painting, Charlie. Its smug aura haunts me. I love this fucking part in the game. This is so fun. Little roller coaster.
This is the one that like lets you jump from
Yeah.
what was it?
You can like jump and you can like lean a little bit. Oh fuck, goddamn. God damn it, I keep fucking up.
Are you still stream? Yeah, it lets you
Yes, I am. I'm playing Ape Escape. Hi, Tin.
jump.
So don't dox me, please.
No promises.
Please don't read my address out.
Oh
no!
Promises.
Joke's on you, I don't know your address.
Been to my house.
I said what I said.
We now know VTuber Dusk has a house.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
We're gonna have to look at all the houses. Every single house.
Boys,
We'll eventually
Google
find them.
houses in Southern California. We'll find them.
Wait, Christian, I don't want to forget.
Yes.
You know how I mentioned that I was playing through the Batman Arkham game,
Yes.
I can see an insane level of inspiration for the modern Spider-Man games that
Oh
like
yeah.
came from those Batman games.
Oh, yeah.
Or that Batman game.
Big time.
Yeah.
That was like those Batman Arkham games are like what Iron Man did for the MCU. Those Batman games did for superhero video games.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, like before, I mean, obviously there are, you know, there's like the X-Men arcade game is classic, and like Street Fighter versus X-Men, X-Men Children of the Atom. There's classic superhero games, but like in the modern gaming landscape, or you know, like not modern, but like PS3 onward.
I would say modern.
Yeah, I can't think of anything before those Batman Arkham games and after those like classic games that like in terms of superhero video games that were like mainstream successful. I guess Marvel vs. Capcom, but you know 3, but you know that's more Capcom superhero to me at least. But, I guess. But yeah, that's really what a lot of fucking superhero games are just do that. But, I mean that's kind of like that's how these industries fucking work.
Yeah.
When
it
something
really is.
takes off, it's just let's cannibalize the shit out of that one thing that was really successful and see if we can do that. Hello, Blue.
Hey,
Want to drink
how's
my
it
soda?
going?
Well, don't just stand there. Get me out of here.
I can't
Oh,
reach
Jen.
it from here.
Yo,
I've got to find a way
I
in
was
there.
explaining this to
There
Christian
must be
earlier,
a
but I
way
discovered
in there
something.
somehow. I remember that they walked me
Or
around
I was told
Batman.
something and it actually worked
took a
out really
long
well.
time. Just find a way. Get me out of
Because I have
here.
the Nighthawk,
Will you hurry up?
I turned off
okay.
the Wi-Fi
The
to
router.
my old router,
Oh, hurry
and I
up,
left the
please. Get
Ethernet
me
on
out of
that,
here. It's
and my
cold.
Nighthawk
I'm
is obviously
scared and I
connected
have
through
to
Ethernet
pee.
to the old router. My internet speed now has like basically doubled.
Doubled.
Yes.
まさか。なんでて。
I was
Double.
during fucking Google Translate Gaming. I was doing so many fucking like anime noises and it like in that part of the game, Corona was like very out of breath very often. So it was the dialogue very often was just ha ha ha, and so I would just fucking like I would just go every time that would happen, and and then I said out loud that I would like commit to just fucking like given like a verbal cum face every time that came up, and then I really wish that I didn't decide to commit to that because it like that became like all the dialogue.
Oh no.
It was like every other line was Corono doing that, and I was just like, oh, fuck, god damn it. Did you guys ever read Gantz?
Yes.
Did you read Gantz, Ken?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
There's like,
Poser.
there's that ball.
There is
Man,
a
that's
ball.
crazy. And then there's like that
That's
imposter.
That's crazy.
Like there's like the imposter man, and then there's like a big spaceship, and you have to do things on the spaceship.
You fucked it up, because if you had just said there's an imposter, I was about to be like, well, holy shit. New.
I was gonna say, like, you shake
You're-
a dance ball
You shake
You're
it
also-
against-
and you see
You're also
what it says.
you're also right about the spaceship. That's a thing too.
Yeah.
All I
No.
know from what you guys have told me about Gantz is that the main character fucks.
He does.
He does.
He does fuck.
I
The main
respect
character is
that.
also a piece of shit for like the first third of the manga, but it's great because you get to see him not become a piece of shit eventually.
I think there was like a why you should watch Gantz thing from Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Oh, really? Gantz is very good. I
Let me see
highly
if I
recommend the manga.
correct on this.
What was it?
I've seen the movie,
the Netflix one.
the Gantz Zero movie.
Yeah, Gantz O. Yeah, that just takes a story arc from like the last third of the series.
So I spoiled
Just
myself.
it's like the best arc.
Oh, it's not a why you should watch. It's the insanity of Gantz and why you should care. Yeah, I mean, he told me like I basically got the whole thing spoiled for me. So
Sorry.
which
Well,
I want.
fuck.
No, it's not sorry at all. I wanted that to happen. I wanted to be spoiled.
Gantz is very good, and we're just about to get to the point in the game where it's so fucked up that like one of the characters is you get sent to the Gantz room after you die, and so one of the characters, she like slit her wrists in the bathtub, and then you know Gantz makes a clone of you right before you die, and then it puts you in the Gantz room.
Into
But-
the Gantz room.
But she after she like slit her wrists, her mom found her, and they like got her to the hospital, and so like the real her wakes back up and is like resuscitated, but the clone is still there too, and so she just like has to be like, oh, what the fuck do I do with my life now?
The clone.
Yeah, because the real her is just like still there. So she's like, oh, I can't go home. I don't have like any paperwork to prove that I'm a citizen or that I exist or that I was born.
She's just a wild animal at that point.
It's just fucking crazy. God damn, you're getting things. You're getting things, Tim, when you say nonsense.
That was not nonsense. That was my 3 years of anime critique major that I
That's a-
had. Yeah,
that's a
I had a
joke.
critique.
That's a joke that she says when she has to live at the main character's apartment, and she says, "I'll," and he's like, "Holy shit, is this gonna be a sex thing?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna be like your pet. I'll be like your house pet."
Ugh.
And then he asks if they can fuck, and she says, "You wouldn't fuck your dog."
Yeah, that's a real line.
Yeah, I fucking love Gantz. It's so stupid.
I've been thinking about maybe getting into Berserk.
Oh, hot damn! I'm getting back into Berserk. Join me.
Yeah, maybe.
I just started reading through it again. I've never been caught up. I'm like,
What legal source do you use?
the same legal source that I'll show you. It's the same legal source that I've been using for my other manga.
Does it rhyme with manga mechs?
Yes. No, it doesn't. Hold up. Let me open my phone. It rhymes.
Dusk Vtuber has a phone.
It rhymes.
So now we're looking for someone in SoCal, has an address,
Jesus Christ.
and also has a phone. We got him.
It's a phone app that rhymes with Shmachiyomi.
No, not like I know like we're both using Smachiomi,
Okay.
but like the source for
Rhymes with
Machiomi.
Shmanganado.
Okay. Okay.
You know what my favorite thing is about completely legal Berserk scans? Is that the guy who was doing the like main Berserk scanlations in the beginning is one of those fucking
Wait.
purists. What?
Someone's in chat.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Someone said, what the fuck? So creative. Dashy Swag. Hello? Hi, Dashy Swag. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier.
Is it me?
Hello.
Am I the creative one?
I don't
A
know.
little more
I think
I'm
it's
the
fucking
creative.
me.
It's not my
It's gotta be me.
Didn't you see that the
Our
cage
cat's
fell on its
attacking me.
Oh, is she like biting you?
She's
Hope you didn't hit your
trying to get my arm.
The fuck was
Oh,
that was
That-
about fucking
the fuck was that about fucking
Somebody
Oh
came,
my
a
god.
stranger came in while we were talking about the fucking Gantz scene. It's a manga called Gantz. It's not about fucking dogs. It's a.
For
oh,
now.
Man, this is hard to explain. It's like a character in the manga that has nowhere to go, and she goes to stay with the main character, and then the main character is like, "Whoa, am I gonna score?" And she's like, "No, this is not a sex thing. It'll be like having a house pet. I'll be your pet." And he's like, "So we can't have sex?" And she's like, "You wouldn't have sex with your pet, now would you?" Anyway, what was? Oh yeah, the fucking Berserk, the Berserk scan later. I'm glad you're still in chat. I'm glad that didn't scare you away. Dash you swag. The guy who did like the Berserk scanlations, what was it? He's one of those fucking purists that refused to call Guts Guts and instead called him like Yatsu. And he refused to call Puck Puck. He would call him Paku. And he would call Shierk Silk. And he would call what other ones were weird? But it was basically like that. And then like fucking I think it's like 15 volumes in. It'd been great if it cut to a furry joke. I think it's like 15 volumes into Gantz. Or not Gantz, sorry, Jesus, Gantz. 15 volumes into Berserk where the scanlator decides, like, because Miura made an official statement where Miura was like, this guy's name is Guts in English, this girl's name is Shirk in English, this guy's name is Griffith, it's not Griffithu. This guy's name is who else was it? He was like Puck and blah blah blah. And so once it was like made official, like the scanlator guy decided to change it to the official naming convention, but he's like super passive aggressive about it. It's like the funniest thing ever. It's like the first chapter where the names change. It starts with like a foreword from the scanlation guy where he's just like I guess, because Miura, who has no grasp on the English language, has decided, for some stupid arbitrary reason, to side with the fools who think that these characters are named this and this. But he would make it, quote-unquote, official for the foolish English masses and their little Dark Horse Comics English adaptation. That I will adopt this naming scheme reluctantly. It's like the most petty, like passive aggressive thing ever.
Hold on, Christian.
Yes.
Wait, just in the game right now?
Yes.
This boss?
You have to go to the thing, don't you?
No. I just realized.
Yes.
That like
Hello,
when I was fighting this boss, I always stayed like in the that area.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could just go behind it.
I just wasn't paying attention. I forgot that's how you fight the boss. I'm sorry. I was like meandering.
Wait, how did we get to this?
No, you're correct. Like
sounds like an insult.
Wait, I looked away for a bit. How did we get to fighting a car?
Because the big monkey brainwashed our best friend to drive this car into us.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, don't do that thing where everyone else knows it makes sense and then it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, Tin, I've played this game. I understand.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Spectre is a big monkey man who got a helmet that made him a super genius, and he used his super magic powers to brainwash your best friend, and the best friend is now trying to kill you with a big car. It's 1999. This shit totally makes sense.
I mean, yeah, that's what the times were.
Yeah. Video game plots were fucking stupid. I loved it.
Any more questions, Tin? Or are you good?
Fuck you guys.
This level's like an amusement park. He was a monkey in an amusement park because in Japan, like a lot of amusement
this isn't
parks,
getting
like,
better.
had zoos mixed in. So he was an amusement park monkey. And oh Jesus, come on, Blue. She's like fucking with the PS2.
Oh, and Tin the monkey has also decided to go back in time to try and take over the human race.
That's the plot.
You guys are making this worse on purpose.
He steals a time. This is really the plot of this game. I'm not shitting you. The plot of the game is that a monkey from the circus accidentally puts on like a helmet that makes him super smart, and then he steals a time machine to put monkeys with the monkey helmets all over space and time.
That's just the plot of SpongeBob SquarePants the movie.
What?
Makes more sense than people brainwashed by crappy JPEG monkeys.
Are you okay?
I made on my debut stream. I made that fake NFT thing, where it's like the monkey thing, but I put the Dusk hair on it.
Don't you remember anything at all?
I think I might make that like the icon for my Twitch points. Put the little fake NFT as the Twitch points. I'll call them like monkey coins or something.
You're back to normal. I'm so glad to see you again.
Oh, I fucking love this game too. This is one of my favorites. I own every fucking Ape Escape game, and I plan to play them all on stream.
But what?
Except I'm probably gonna have to make an exception for the iToy game.
Dude, I really like 1. I played the shit out of 2 as well. Like, I really adore this series too.
Yeah, they're fucking great. Have you ever played 3?
No, I never.
2 and 3 suck. I don't think so, Dashy Swag. I think 2's very different.
Yeah, it
2's
is.
completely different because I think they even got like a completely different dev team, if I'm not mistaken. And they got a different composer for the music, which is the thing that sticks out to me the most. That's probably the most disappointing thing to me. I do like Pumpkin Primed. What was it? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with 2, the thing that sticks out to me the most is that it doesn't have the fucking Soichi Terada music, which is a goddamn bop. But I think it's still good. And I think 3 is really fucking fun.
I'm going with you.
And Million Monkeys, which was 2 and 3 don't have
Oh,
the
we
same
have
feel as
to
1 and 3.
add Million Monkeys to the list.
Million Monkeys is really good. It was a game that was exclusive to Japan. Ape Escape Million Monkeys, and it's really fun and really different and really weird.
Yeah.
2 and 3 have a very different feel to 1, but I feel like I don't know. I like 3, but I do like the old. This in terms of like cool PS1 aesthetic. Ape Escape 1, Klonoa 1, and maybe like Tomba are probably like the peak for me in terms of cool, how visually how like PS1 games look.
Yeah, I don't like how they change the controls. So like when you swipe with the net, it's like swinging a sword in Zelda.
Oh yeah. They like kind of, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the original here it just registers like vertical or horizontal, or maybe it even only registers horizontal. I don't know. From the analog sticks. That's another thing, Tin. This game has like a weird control scheme, where the whole point of this game was that it was meant to sell the PS1 DualShock controllers, which are the controllers with 2 analog sticks, because the PS1 didn't launch with 2 analog sticks. The PS1.
Oh, and this was supposed to be the DLC for the PS2.
This was meant to be like, yes, it was the first game to use the DualShock controller. This was meant to be like, they approached the internal development team at Sony Computer Entertainment Sony Computer Entertainment Japan. They approached them and they said, just make a really fun game that utilizes the 2 joysticks in like a really interesting way. And I think it's really cool. I know that, yeah, then they remade this game on the PSP, which only has 1 analog stick, which like ruins the whole point of it. Just like, it's dumb.
Which is also how I finished the game. Because even though I played the shit out of it as a kid, I never actually finished it back then.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. I didn't have access to the OG games. I think for the PS1, remember the movie Dinosaurs, like the animated one,
Yes.
but it tried to be photorealistic dinosaurs. I had the video game for that.
Oh my god.
and I never got past the first 5 minutes of the game because it was like there's a pterodactyl scene and you had to press a button to get the pterodactyl to come down, and then they would never come down, so I just wouldn't play the game. But the second thing I had for the PS1 was thank God I had this, a demo disc, baby.
Oh, those are so fun. I think I have a couple tucked away. It'd be really fun to do a stream where we just like dig through some PS1 demo discs.
I fell in love with Shaun White's snowboarding, where it was the coolest thing ever to do snowboarding stuff.
Also, don't lose hope with Ape Escape getting ported to modern consoles at some point. I think it could happen. If Klonoa...
No, but Sony has the rights to the... I don't know.
Yeah, but... Cuphead was Microsoft exclusive, and that ended up on the Switch now, didn't it, baby boy?
Oh.
Yeah. I think it could happen eventually, and if Klonoa got a fucking port to modern consoles, I think it'll someday. I want to hope. But also, to be fair, not to be like a fucking pessimist or anything, but they did fucking just recently, unfortunately, dissolve the development studio that made the Ape Escape games, and Gravity Rush, and so many other amazing PlayStation exclusives. They just kind of decided, we don't need this studio anymore.
Sony doesn't make games anymore.
We don't make games anymore. We contract those out to other studios.
They gotta make the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
You know, I read that. I read what Dashi wrote as petition Sony for AE port, but since I'm like an editor, I read that as After Effects, and I was like, yes, let's get After Effects on Sony, bro.
Let's get After Effects on PS5.
Can't wait to do all my edits and have it not do anything. You know what's fun? I recently beat a Schmelden Ping.
Schmelden Ping?
Hello, dude! Welcome, Sonic Pokemon GTA. What's up?
Shit.
Hello.
More new people. Hi. Hello. How are you?
We're playing Ape Escape.
Yeah, we're playing Ape Escape. I'm playing this on original console hardware, actually. Well, technically, I'm not playing it on a PS1, unfortunately. As I mentioned last stream.
We lost all our followers.
No!
Dusk.
Unfortunately, my PS1 shat the bed like the day I was gonna fucking stream this shit. Like, it worked the day before. I tested Ape Escape.
Literally, feces. It was placed on the bed, and then feces came out. It was the weirdest thing.
But I am playing this on a PS2, and the PS2 has hardware level emulation of PS1 games, so it's pretty good.
It's still amazing to me that you're like able to use your like old equipment for this.
Yes, and I'm still playing on a PS1 DualShock 1 controller, and I am using a PlayStation 1 memory card.
Look, Sony. What? Dashi? Here's what I'm saying about this. Sony doesn't like money, because if they liked money, they would have let us have backwards compatibility.
One of the coolest things I ever thought that Microsoft did was that when they started doing backwards compatibility with the Xbox One, the way that they did it wasn't just fucking, here they are digitally, buy them again, fucker, or like with Nintendo where it's like, here they are digitally in like a Netflix a la carte service, as soon as you unsubscribe, you lose them forever. No, Microsoft was like, okay, if you have the original Xbox game, you put it in your Xbox One, and the Xbox One cannot, like, actually, run the disc, but what it does is, it knows this is an official copy of this game, and then it gives you a download of that game, and it emulates it. And it's like, that is super cool. Like, I like that a lot. And also, I really like, there's when you, like, buy, the official from Sega, like the Sega Genesis Classics or whatever, on Steam, what that is it's just an official Sega emulator, and then ROMs of the games, and they like, you can just get the ROM files from the Steam download and put them in any emulator of your choice. Completely sanctioned by Sega. Like 100% on the up and up. You just buy the ROMs and put them in any emulator you want. Do whatever you want with them. Go nuts. And that's just super cool to me. So I fucking wish that they would do that for PS5.
I don't see the negatives. Like, I mean, I guess the only thing is, like, maybe the way that they coded it or whatever just can't be done or something.
Well, here's
complications.
Here's the two problems. Here's problem number one is
Sony
that...
would get a bunch of money. Yeah. they can't do that.
No, because Sony's doing their new PlayStation Plus service where it's a la carte subscription like Nintendo, where you pay a subscription fee and you get a catalog of old games. And maybe Ape Escape will end up on there. I don't know. I hope so. And that's how it works. And if you lose your subscription, then you lose the catalog of games. And so that's kind of the first problem, is that they feel like that's a much more profitable venture. And the second problem is that, and this is the stupidest thing that Sony has ever done, when they went over to PS4 generation, they made this weird mandate where, like, the way that all game applications are fucking programmed on PS4 and onward is that everything that is a game needs to have trophies. There need to be a trophy list for every single thing that is considered a game on PS4 and PS5 hardware. Meaning that they have to, for every single classic game that's going to be on that subscription service, they had to make a trophy list for every single one of those games. And so every game needs to not only be licensed out, but they need to have fucking programmers assign them trophies and, like, put the trophy, they have a system in place for, like, triggering trophies in classic games. And so they have to put, like, checkpoint, you know, like, trophy checkpoints. And it's like Ape Escape won with trophies and they're all NFT jokes. If Ape Escape is on that list of classic games and it has a trophy list, there's gotta be an NFT joke in that trophy list. I promise you, there's gonna be one, at least one. Yeah, no, it's kind of fucked. Like, I don't know why they did that. They shot themselves in the foot with that. It's really weird. They've, like, created this problem of theirs.
There's gotta be one guy that suggested it in the meeting room. He's just, like, shooting himself in the foot right now.
Everything. Why does everything need a trophy? Because on the PS3, when you got, like, PS1 Classics games, those didn't have trophies. When you got PS2 Classics, those didn't have trophies. But PS4 onward, they were like, no, everything needs to have trophies. Needs to.
They hired the fresh out of college psychiatrist or the psychology major, and he was like, trophy make dopamine happen.
Yeah.
We have trophy on everything.
Pretty much.
Oh god.
Bless you.
I think there's also, like, a weird thing on Sony's end where they're, like, especially resistant to having their, like, stuff on other platforms compared to, like, other companies.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in general, other companies, like, they tend to not like it, but Sony, like, is extra against it for some reason.
Really pissy about that, especially, like, porting shit to PC, and because some stuff they'll do it, other stuff they really drag their feet on it. Also, by the way, it's totally fine if you like trophies. I don't care for trophies, but I get it if you do like them. I understand it. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think that it's silly that they have to, that now that because they made that mandate, they have to allocate all this extra time and resources and money to every single fucking game that they ever put on the platform. Like, it just seems silly. Like, just make an exception for classic games, or maybe have some classic games have trophies if the devs want to do that, and some not.
How dumb is that? Like going back in time. Wah, 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 wah. Hey, 5-year-old 10. Like, hey, dude, PS5, sick. Here's the thing, though. You can't play your old games on it. And, 5-year-old me is like, why? And it's like, the thing is, trophies. And then I go back to my normal timeline. And then he'll always question, why the fuck are trophies? He's gonna be asking, what are trophies?
What are trophies?
Tell me what trophies are. What is you doing to that? No.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird to me that they like made this mandate that like I don't know. It's like just if it causes you problems, then just let's rethink this mandate thing. I don't know.
Or at least like the very quick one is like launch game, you get a trophy, boom. There's your trophy. You don't need another trophy. The game technically has a trophy, boom.
They had to fucking they spent a lot of like resources making a system and making and patenting and developing a system for adding trophies into PS2 and PS1 generation games. Like it's a whole thing. Like that's how people found out early about the rumors about the new PlayStation subscription service thing, because there was a patent that came out for like adding trophies to classic games, and people were like, oh, that's what they're up to. And it's like, man, that's I don't know, it just seems like a lot of unnecessary money spent. But I mean, I don't know, what the hell do I know? I'm no fucking business major. I'm a computer science major. I'm a computer boy. I'm a bad businessman. I programmed the thing to make the character go.
Hey, I don't know if they fixed it, but I just saw that, like, I guess the Anime Expo Twitter got hacked.
Yeah, the Anime Expo Twitter got hacked today by like an NFT group or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
And so the hacked account was just like shilling for some NFT or something. It was funny.
Oh, that's boring. That's a boring game.
Yeah.
Would have been so much funner if, I don't know, it was just posting, like, hentai cons or something.
Yeah, I know.
There's
There's so much more like interesting shit that you can do with that if you fucking. I mean, not that I'm saying people should hack into like major Twitter accounts, but if somebody did, like, I mean, okay, I'm gonna say one that I thought was kind of funny. Okay, maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot. I didn't think that this was funny, but in principle it could have been funny if it wasn't like a Twitter account for a little kids show that got hacked. But when the Sesame Street, was it their YouTube channel? Or their Twitter. I think like the Sesame Street Twitter got hacked and people just started posting like hardcore pornography on it.
Oh no.
Like that's not funny because that's for kids, but if you like hacked into a Twitter account that was like not for little kids. If you hacked into Anime Expo Twitter and just started posting like
oh shit, I'm sorry.
Like that.
Sorry for what?
Like gay porn, just like shit like bad gay porn acting or something. Like if you just posted that, like that's funny. If you're just like shilling for an NFT, it's like, come on, man. Just trying to make a quick buck. Boring. Boring.
Alright, enjoy your stream though, dude. I'm gonna get going from here though.
Alright, bye.
Later, dude.
Right. See you guys.
See ya.
What are you up to, Tim?
I'm just kind of chilling out. I'm gonna play some balloons and try to
hell
3-star some maps and whatnot.
Did you finish rewatching Arcane?
No, not at all.
Oh, no.
I watched like one episode.
Oh, no. Whoops,
I watched
tried to
like
hit on no.
one
Oh,
episode.
Watched one episode?
I had a lot of notes to say about what the episode 1 though, but I mean, I just like I got so caught up in the note taking, I got exhausted immediately.
Oh no, sorry.
Like
that's kind of the thing where like as soon as I started watching Arcane, I was like, if I was in charge of this episode, By the way, for anyone not aware, we do an anime podcast where it's like a book club format where we like discuss an anime that we like somebody picked. And if I was in charge of this episode, I would have been like analyzing every shot and like very meticulously taking these notes. But since I'm not in charge of this episode and I don't really know like how Nick is gonna structure it, I'm just kind of like along for the ride.
Yeah, like I think I'm taking it a little easier just because I've seen it already.
Yeah.
And I've sung my praises to it. I've seen my video essays on it, so I have a lot of thoughts on what's going on. I think maybe I'll just watch like because the main standout ones was the Echo Jinx fight, and so the very beginning, the Echo Jinx fight, how they handled like character relationships, and that's pretty much it in terms of like what I thought was like, whoa.
I'm not done with it, by the way. I've got an episode left.
In my opinion, across the board, like, I mean, you're already like down to the last episode. Like,
hold up, though. I think Alyssa's listening and she has not finished it.
No, it's not gonna be talking about events.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, like just across the board, they nailed it on everything.
Oh yeah.
Like they nailed it on atmosphere. Like, and this is gonna be a spoiler for like later talks. Like for what I'm planning on saying, my thoughts on Arcane is that, man, League players must have been holding their breath. They must have been. They like, you know, cause like, dude, come on. How many times a video game adaptation to the big screen, to the small screen, just falls flat? Yeah. Just like falls to the wayside.
Yeah.
And here's Arcane. Fucking Arcane. I mean, granted, Dota 2 did the same thing. And I'm not here to argue who did it better or what. I think Dota 2 did a great job as well. But because, and another spoiler, just some numbers, because Dota 2 has 450,000 monthly unique users versus League's 180 million monthly users.
Yeah.
There's, of course, the Arcane one's gonna blow up a lot bigger.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, it's just I'm amazed.
Arcane really just like probably the biggest thing that I'm gonna, obviously we won't get too into it here because we're gonna have a whole fucking podcast if we get super
League is trash. He knows it.
League is trash. Yeah, I said it earlier, and anybody who's like watching the VOD is gonna be sick of me saying this, but I put in our like personal Discord, I said as I was watching like the first episode of Arcane, I said League what did I say? I said League of Legends has absolutely no right to have an anime this good.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Exactly.
Like, what the fuck for a game this shit? What the hell? So yeah, I don't know. What was it? Definitely for me though, the biggest thing I really am gonna want to talk about is just the fucking raw emotion that these characters convey through the animation, through the voice acting. Like, oh my fucking god, there, especially with Jinx, there's so many moments with
don't be tricked into playing. It's the show that's the only good thing about it.
Yeah, no, don't worry, don't worry, I'm not gonna play League. This game, Arcane might get me to play the League fighting game, maybe. When that League fighting game comes out, maybe I'll check that out. But I am not at all into MOBAs. So even so, that you do not worry. I'm safe from having to play League. Fuck this fucking monkey. I'm just gonna come back for him later. Try to get him for way too long.
I mean, it's a joke amongst the community, like, haha, League sucks. But I mean, like, objectively, it's an okay game. It's all right.
Oh. The sound.
The sound that made.
Oh god.
I talked about how League people like that. Even people I know that have played a lot of League, like Steven, nobody ever has anything like good to say about League.
No, I mean it's also like tough coming from Steven because Steven's not a very like Like, not to say he's not a very competitive guy, but he's not a very competitive guy.
No, yeah, he doesn't really,
like,
he doesn't really play
games
a
are
lot of
fun for him.
competitive games.
Like, League is not a sport to him. It's just like a video game. Like, for me, it's a sport. Like, for me, it's like, you know, outplaying my opponent, learning skills, all that fun stuff.
But yeah, no, nobody like for a team-oriented game that makes or breaks the experience. Yeah. What was it? It's the same way that like at least I feel like I see people talk about like World of Warcraft, where nobody. Well, I mean, maybe now that's changed a little bit, but I feel like most of the time, whenever I see people talk about World of Warcraft, it's, oh thank God I finally quit playing World of Warcraft. Like it's a fucking addiction. Like it's a horrible habit that they kicked. Nobody was. I guess now I do actually see a lot of people talk fondly about like, oh, it was neat. Like back in the day, the community was a lot different, and like it was kind of neat to like to come to these community hubs and like talk with people, figure shit out, and do group raids and stuff. I see it a little bit more now, but like most of the time when I see people talking about World of Warcraft, they're not. It's like, whenever I see people talking about Final Fantasy 15, it is always like singing the praises of that game. You know?
Fun.
Like other MMOs, like Final Fantasy 15, people are always like, this game really rules, I got to make my character look super cute, and like, look at all the cool stuff you can do, and oh my god, the story's really good. It's always like good shit. But like, World of Warcraft is just like, oh, I just wasted my whole fucking day playing World of Warcraft. Or, oh, thank God I fucking stopped playing World of Warcraft. That was a really big problem. Like,
oh, really big deal.
And it's like the same thing with League of Legends, where people, I like never hear anybody say anything good about it. Even the people who put like thousands of hours into it. Everybody's just, I mean, like, I guess, you know, I've never played League myself, but it seems like that Donkey video, all the WoW players left. Yeah, pretty much. I think they all went to Final Fantasy 15. I think Donkey really did put it pretty good in that video when he got banned off of League of Legends. He was like, that was like the best thing that ever happened to me. Where he was like, League is just a thing that you do in the background of Discord calls. It's not like a real, like, good game. It's just a thing to do. It's like, that seems like it sums it up pretty good.
Yeah, it's fucking tough, man. Because like I think a lot out of the 180 million people, I think roughly, I want to say like a good number of them play ranked, like play it actually competitively, like, and they want to rank up and get to a certain point. I mean, like that's sort of like where the only fun is like when you get your rank, and then you reach it and you're like, okay, that was it. I guess I'm done. Like that was me. Like I played TFT and I got, that's me with a lot of esports. That's like where I get to a certain rank and I'm like, that's my goal. I did it. I did my goal. I'm really happy. Like my dopamine's flowing in. My sense of accomplishment feels really high. And I you know, sweated a lot for this rank. I'm proud. And that's it. I never play the game again.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that like super competitive either, but I do really like fighting games and shit. I'm trying to think, like, what exactly do I do in terms of, I don't know. I think I just kind of like, it always depends on like just how much fucking time I have and shit, or like whether other games are coming out, or like, it's like, you know, anything else that I was doing just fucking grinded to a halt when Elden Ring came out. Like, who gives a shit about anything else? Elden Ring's out, baby.
Oh yeah, Elden Rings. I mean, I just love it because I play in a team like with like 4 of my other friends.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then the fun now is that you're doing like coordinated, cool shit like with your team.
Yeah.
Like your impact in the game matters, and being able to do that with your friends is like 10 times awesome.
Yeah, I did kind of like that about Overwatch when I used to play. That was a long time ago.
Overwatch, man, like I mean, you'll get this feeling in a lot of other esports, but man, when you do the Zarya black hole into like a diva ulti. Mwah! Mwah! Masterpiece.
It was fun. I don't really, yeah, I haven't played in a long time. I think I don't know if I've actually mentioned it on stream. I've mentioned it several times on the podcast. This is probably going to sound really silly to a lot of people, especially given the like current modern video game landscape. But I kind of just got like really soured on that game from the loot boxes. Like,
no, I mean, I don't think that's like. I think it's totally fair that you think that because I don't think anybody likes loot boxes even now.
Because what it was specifically is that I thought it was really scummy that so they had their seasonal events, right? They had the like I think the Olympics is like the first one, and then it's like Halloween and Christmas and blah blah blah. They have all their seasonal events, right? With the cool costumes and like little like sometimes for Halloween they have like a horde mode kind of thing, temporary.
Witch Mercy. So
Yes.
much fan art.
So okay, so that is actually what this revolves around, is that I mained Mercy and I wanted the Witch Mercy outfit for Halloween. And I thought it was really scummy that Blizzard never addressed whether or not events would loot. Whether or not next Halloween I would be able to get last Halloween stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They purposefully were vague about it to make it seem like it was FOMO and you had to get Witch Mercy now or you'd never be able to get her ever again. And so I am telling you, I played fucking... I can see you as a Mercy main! What the fuck does that mean?
It means you're submissible. You're breedable and submissive.
Alright, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Alright, okay, God, you got me, okay. Okay, so I wanted Witch Mercy, so I shit you not, I spent like all my free time in October that year just playing Overwatch. Every day I would get home from school, Overwatch, all free time was spent playing Overwatch to fucking grind, and I got every single fucking Halloween item except for the Witch Mercy outfit. And so on the last day of the event, I spent like 10 or 15 bucks or something to get loot boxes. And on like the first loot box I opened, I got Witch Mercy. And I just... something about that just felt so dirty to me that I just like... I felt like, oh my god, there were so many times where I was like, I really don't feel like playing Overwatch today, I want to play something else, but I really want Witch Mercy. And so I just like spent so much time grinding for this thing, and then when I finally got it by paying money for it, I just felt so fucking like filthy. I just, like, I came back to the game a couple of times, like for just a few matches, I never like went back to it like for reals after that. It just felt fucking wrong. I just didn't like it.
I mean, around that time frame too, like that was sort of the golden age of Overwatch before they made you like fucking pick a role and shit. Like,
yeah.
I bet like not only was the bad taste in your mouth there, but also they fundamentally changed how like pub matches would go.
Yeah, that was another thing, is that Mercy 2 getting her gold gun, yeah. That was another thing too, was that I liked hero stacking a lot, even if it like kinda even if it was kinda broken. Hero stacking was fun. I don't know what to tell you. I had a lot of fun hero stacking. And
I don't understand why people thought hero stacking was broken. I don't know where.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm no expert on the meta. I just kind of say that it's broken because everybody else says that it is.
Oh no! Like, it's not even a meta thing. It's just a logic thing. If it's broken, then you can do it too. Like, you switch. Here's my thing. You switch sides. You switch fucking sides. So if everyone's doing the broken build, you just draw at the end. So who gives a shit? Like, then if everyone starts drawing at the end, then nobody wants to do it, and so you move on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Yeah, so I just kind of, it just kind of soured me on the experience, and I don't know, it feels, I just feel like so many games are just like that now, and like, you know, FOMO is just like so widely accepted these days as like a part of these games as a service model kind of games. The boomer rant incoming, I guess, but I feel like it's so common these days that it almost feels silly to me that like that was a like I accept it as something, but I don't know. I just it feels kind of silly that like this is what broke me on that game. But they cheated first, they say Tintin.
But they cheated first.
In terms of hero stacking. I don't know, I personally, I have the mentality that if it's broken, then like, I don't know, like, if you allowed it as part of the game, maybe like, patch it to where it's not broken. I mean, maybe that's what they tried and then it just like wasn't feasible. I don't know.
I think like if they were gonna make those hardcore changes, because I think the only people that complained were the rank people that were just like my rank, oh my god. Like I don't really know. I'm just saying this shit, but like they just don't touch the pubs, man. That was my go fun time. 5 Reinhardts stacked up, 6 Reinhardts stacked up, bro.
2 enemy Hanzos is better than yours. See. Yeah, I never really got into the meta, so I really don't know too much. All I can really tell you is that, from my experience, I thought it was fun after a long day to come home, get on Discord with my friends, get into a random Overwatch lobby, and then start smacking the table, turn on the mic, start smacking the table, and go, Winston, 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 until everyone in the lobby all pick Winston at the same time.
Winston, Winston,
and we would all Winston out. Or it would mostly be Winston or Soldier 76, where we would just like start slamming the table and going 76, 76, or Winston, Winston, until everybody picked the character, and then we would go, yeah! and then we would just like fuck off to another lobby and do that. I just thought that was kind of fun. There's nothing like there was nothing competitive about it. It was just funny when you would see 5 gorillas running after the enemy.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. I don't know. But yeah, I don't care for games as a service, kinda. Yeah, just this FOMO shit in general leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like it. I feel like it's taking advantage of people.
Yeah, I don't mind FOMO shit when it's just like when it's just like a one-time thing and it doesn't involve like money or skins or anything. It's just like, yo, this is some crazy wacky shit going on. Like for example, for League of Legends, for April Fools, they made some of the creatures, like the neutral creatures, like 10 times as big. So it was like, yeah, see, like that's like an example of like, okay, it could be fun.
A temporary event can be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the skin only comes out now.
Yeah,
you should pay money for it.
I guess controversial boomer opinion, but I really don't like how Fortnite has the Fortnite shop or whatever, where the skins are like
the Totino's Fortnite pizza roll shop.
And you never know when like shit's gonna come back. I've never played Fortnite. I only know this shit because of there was a Super Mega meme for a while where one of the Super Mega guys really wanted the fish skin. And so the only reason why I know the Fortnite store works this way is because like he was constantly like, I want the fish skin really bad. I want it. I don't know if it's ever gonna come back. And yeah, I don't know. That feels like super predatory to me, especially because like most people playing Fortnite are like little kids. I don't know. It just feels like the kind of thing with like toy commercials, how back in the day that were like, oh, you gotta do this right now. Go get mommy and daddy's credit card. Have them call right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is bad taste. Really. But I guess I'm just an old man. I can't handle the world changing around me. They've even got FOMO in my Monster Hunter now.
Oh, they do.
It's not as bad in Monster Hunter Rise, or maybe I just wasn't paying as much attention to the events.
They got me.
What did they get you with? What did you get?
The Kahoot skin, like where it's dragon.
Oh yeah, you can make your owl like a little dragon. That was cool. No, I don't know. That was another thing that kind of burned me, is that in Monster Hunter World they had the Dante event.
Oh, I remember you like
Yeah.
getting angry over that.
That was another thing that I just like. I was grinding constantly to get the full Dante set, but all of my friends, what's it called? Our schedules did not align at that time, me and my friends. So, or they had it on other consoles. So like, it was not viable in Monster Hunter World for me to like get friends together, or like people that I know together, into doing that event. And it was like kind of a hard event for where I was like in the, you know, in the hunter ranks. Like I wasn't like super powerful yet. And it like involved killing a Teostra. It was like you had to fight like 3 fire monsters in a row. And it ended with a Teostra. And so I had to keep on like playing with randos. And it was really frustrating because we would kill the first 2 monsters super easily, and the randos would just immediately faint 3 times in a row on the Teostra. And it would be like a whole like hour and a half completely wasted, and we would get no rewards. And then I would just have to queue up and do it all over again. All the while, fucking, it would just fucking, it would be counting down, it would be letting me know, and Dante's going away soon!
Mm-hmm.
And it was really frustrating. I didn't like that very much.
Yeah, I mean, we're also older and we have less time on our hands.
Yeah,
like, I mean, I bet like younger kids would have been like, oh, give a shit. But like for us, it's like I have a job, I can't.
Yeah,
I get
tired. I think all the time sensitive stuff is unlocked now in Monster Hunter World. I think back in 2019. Yes, I think you're right, but that's also the thing that's like scummy about it, is that a lot, just like with Blizzard being vague about it with Overwatch, Capcom never told us that they would bring the stuff back until they did it. Like, they were always wording it as if this is gonna go away forever if you don't get it now.
Do you like it?
And so it's like, yes, eventually they did bring it to us, but it would have been nice if they had told us, like, the Dante stuff will come back. Like, event, or if they had just said events will cycle, like, if they just made a statement about that, I would have been way less upset. Like, and I would have been way less, like, stressed out about getting it in time. I don't know, I just, and just like Tim said, it's like a thing with, like, where you have a job, and it's like, man, I only have so much free time, like, I can't be doing this shit, like...
Yeah, just anything grindy, like,
Yeah.
you just don't have time. Or, I mean, if you do have the time, that's all you're gonna do is grind. And,
Yeah.
like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like playing the same thing, and I just hate grinding in general. Like, if I have to grind, I fucking just don't want to play the game anymore.
I don't mind the Monster Hunter, like, gameplay loop. I like grinding for monster parts and stuff in Monster Hunter, because just playing the game in general is just really fun. It's fun to, like, try and see how much better you can get at hunting the monsters and stuff. But the biggest I think the biggest problem for me, this is probably, I guess, just technically a me thing, was that, again, at the time, my schedule did not line up with any of my friends, who had it on the same console that I did, and not even that many of my friends had it, because before, the main reason why my friends had it was because it was on a portable system, so they could just kind of like, whenever they had like a free like half hour or whatever, wherever they were, they could, you know, play a little bit of Monster Hunter. But since it was on a home console, some of my friends were kind of like, I don't have time for that. So like, it just kind of didn't line up for me to be able to actually play with people that I knew. And so the main thing that was frustrating me was that I was playing with online randos, and like I said, we would get like an hour into the hunt, and then they would faint 3 times, and we would just lose everything. And that was the most frustrating thing, was that there were so many times where it was like, oh great, this last fucking hour was worthless, and it was the only hour that I had to play the game, and I gotta go to bed to go to work tomorrow. Like, that sucked. But yeah, I don't know. By the way, this is not the actual final boss in this game.
You're fighting a Gundam.
After we fight Big Robot Monkey, we gotta go back and catch all the monkeys we didn't catch. And then, oh fuck, shit, and then that unlocks the real final. That's kind of the formula for every escape game.
No! You're kind of at the end already?
Yes, this is not a very long game.
Oh, I keep forgetting, like, you know, old games were shorter back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you still had some pretty long, like, RPGs and shit back in the day.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon's like 4 fucking discs. That is a long game.
I can't wait to play that, though.
Yeah, we do. We do have a physical copy of Legend of Dragoon. Did we find that at the swap meet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That's right. When we found that off of a guy who was like a total asshole at the swap meet, but he had really good prices and really cool games, but he was just like a big jerk.
Whatever, I care about the game, not him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it just felt bad, like, having to hand over money to a guy that was like such a dick.
Yeah.
Skies of Arcadia for GameCube. Yes, yeah, Skies of Arcadia was a pretty long fucking GameCube. Yeah, I don't know. That guy was weird. It was so bizarre. It was just this really nice, like, kind of shy dude who came by, like, asking for Nintendo plushies, and the dude treated him like such a fucking nuisance. And then as soon as he left, he was like making fun of the dude to other people, where he was like, yeah, that fucking weirdo comes by all the time, like, asking me for Nintendo plushies, like, but you're a fucking grown-ass man, weirdo. I'm like, dude, that just has a fucking collection. Fuck off. Dude just likes Waluigi plush toys. Who cares? Ooh, how awful of him. Like, you're selling this crap, like, you think it's so fucking stupid to like it? Like, yeah, what the hell is wrong with plushies? Exactly.
I just really like he's selling it. Why is he judging the people buying his thing?
Why are you so upset? You're fucking selling this stuff. Like, I don't know. I thought it was stupid. It bothered me.
No, it makes sense. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's like if you're like if you have an Italian restaurant and they order like the fucking spaghetti and meatballs and they're just like, look at this fucking weirdo.
Look at this
fucker eating spaghetti and meatballs at my Italian restaurant.
You put it on the menu.
Like, what the fuck does that? What the fuck judges someone like that?
Dude, just want to buy some fucking Nintendo character plushies. Ooh. God.
Fucking being an
What's
expletive.
wrong with fucking plushies? Oh god. I hate to inform you, but that is absolutely a thing. And I've seen it, and it frightens me.
If it weren't for you, everything would be perfect.
Beats the shit out of Plushy Shit Talker. Life size Sylvie on Plushy, no. Kurt.
To the amusement park. You must
I've
be
seen
joking.
many
You're not taking me anywhere. I'll never go
fleshlight
back.
shoved
I'm
into
never
a My
going
Little
back to
Pony
that
doll.
rotten place.
Oh no.
You listen and you listen good. I will return.
I've seen
And
too
when I
many
do, I'll destroy you
hot
and the
glue
world
threads,
as you know
man.
it.
It's...
So you better next time.
I love how
Wait,
we have our like personal Discord is just like categorized into different topics, and when we said that we needed to add one for a Discord topic, a channel for talking about like anime figures and stuff, and Tintin over here named it like Hot Glue Thread. And we just kind of accepted it and moved on, and then like months later we were just talking of like somebody else in the Discord was like really bothered by it. They were like, why the fuck, like I knew you guys called it Hot Glue Thread as a joke, like change the name, this is bothering me. And I thought it was somebody else. We were like playing the name game for a bit, and Tintin was just like sitting back while we were like, who named it that anyway? Tintin was just sitting back knowing what he did. Rainbow Dash cum jar.
No, not the jar.
Oh, yes, the jar. Oh, fuck.
I don't believe, like, whenever I see, like, you gotta see this video with a jar, I'm like, no, I don't. The internet and what they decide to do with jars is never wholesome. It's never just like, it's never a thing where you're like, oh haha, funny, he put
Nobody's
terrarium in jar.
Nobody's ever done anything pleasant with a jar.
I never seen a video where a man uses a jar and it's been a good thing.
Oh fuck. We need to start that. We need to start a trend. We need to start.
No wait, I take it back.
Uh-huh.
There is one video of a man with a jar that did a nice thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's the Jarnished.
Oh,
Mr. Let Me Solo Her
yes,
himself.
Jarnished is a very, very good man.
Have you seen the video?
No, I've just seen all the fan art. I love that guy. Let Me Solo Her. I love how he's become like a myth, like a legend.
A god.
In the Elden Ring community. That puts a big smile on my face.
That puts a big smile on my face.
This hero who came in and like helped somebody out becomes a legend in the community.
I fucking love that dude.
It's really wholesome. It's good.
Yeah.
It's that like someone mentioned it. There's a lot of video essay people that'll tell you like, man, it's a beautiful thing that like for a game as dark and oppressive as the Souls franchise, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and all that combined, like they allow you to play with your friends.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And to overcome great challenges together.
It's the most fucking badass thing ever. Where Hidetaka Miyazaki said that the inspiration to make Demon Souls have co-op in it was when his car got stuck in the snow one day, and two big buff dudes that they didn't know, two complete strangers, showed up and helped them pull their car out of the snow, and then just kind of disappeared into the winter night. And Hidetaka Miyazaki just like thought very fondly of that experience, and he wanted to like recreate it in his video games through jolly cooperation.
Yeah, dude, the most fun I've ever had in a Souls game is when I played Dark Souls 3 for the first time. Not having beaten Dark Souls 1 at all, but I just went straight to Dark Souls 3. The most fun I ever had was just like summoning the homies and just like walking up to like random like, because they had red-eyed enemies sometimes. Like we'd be like, okay dude, you got this, I believe in you, and everyone else would just like sit down and do the emote sit down and just watch like a dude 1v1. Or like they do something like they'd pretend like, because if they're more experienced they'd be like, okay, go in 10, no worries, just go in. You're like, why are you standing there? He's like, nah, just go in, no problems. Like, why are you standing there? Why don't you go in? He's like, why don't you go in? And it's so much fun. I think Dark Souls, like, people like to shit on it. It's like, it's too fucking hard. It's like, it's super, like, not fun at all. It's like, no, you just don't have friends.
You can make it a lot. That's kind of like one of the things. Real quick though, I will say yes, it is time for all monkey percent. I will be getting Ski Kids Racing percent. We should play the mini games later, me and Cleo.
Sure.
Because they're really fucking fun. They're really unique. Yeah, no, we're gonna do fucking. We're obviously gonna beat it 100%. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so no, that's one of the things that I really fucking love about the Souls series is that that like it's got this difficulty that you can kind of set yourself for gameplay. That you can choose whether or not to use different items, or you can choose whether what kind of equipment you wear. You can choose what kind of whether or not you can summon assistants. Blah blah blah. Like it's kind of cool. You can kind of set the difficulty yourself. It's still challenging, even when you do that. To be fair, it's still challenging, but you know, it's neat. Or if you're a fucking freak like me who doesn't want anyone's help ever, then you can choose to do that too.
Yeah, I think it's like as long as you're playing it the way you want to play it, like you're having fun.
Or Elden
like
Ring,
for me,
introduce the ashes for summoning. You can do that if you want to, or if you don't want to, then don't.
For me, that was the funnest part. It was like experimenting with summons, where I was like, all right, I think the noble people are the best summon. Let's go! And I set them out like a Pokemon. I'm like, let's do this! And then they just they slowly walk towards the thing and do 2 damage. And it's like, these guys suck. And then you summon I don't know, you summon goblins. You're like, go goblins! And I like it. It's fun.
No,
it's
cool.
like it's so fucking dumb.
Playing this game like fucking Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's cool.
People got jealous. People were jealous of me for discovering the what I believe to be the objectively best summon, I guess. I don't think it's the best summon, but I mean it's pretty up there. But yeah, it was just fun. Just using all the summons and just being like, this guy is my most greatest summon. And then I summon the jellyfish, and then he doesn't do anything.
Jellyfish was the best summon. It's the only one I've ever used.
Oh really? Oh dude, you need to use the other ones. They're
fun.
fun.
There was a boss that had 2. There was 2 of a big guy, and it was just annoying. I didn't feel like dealing with it. So I threw a jellyfish in the corner to aggro one of them.
Oh yeah. How far are you in Elden Ring?
Wait, give me a sec. I will answer that, but 2 things. I want to address the chat real quick. First of all, what games are we planning on playing next? Ape Escape is it for the night, but tomorrow I think we're gonna do a little bit more streaming. Right now, we kind of have 3 things on the rotation. We have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We have the Gantz game on PS2, which is a Japanese game. When we're doing a thing that I think is very fun called Google Translate Gaming, where fuck Stormcat, you suck. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but okay.
True, but don't hurt his feelings.
What the fuck was I gonna? Oh yeah, we do a thing called Google Translate Gaming, where I take an Android emulator that's running Google Translate. The Google Translate scan feature, and we just put it over the fucking dialogue and see how much it can pick up. It's usually just fucking nonsense. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hello. Yeah. It's usually just fucking nonsense.
Am I following?
It's a lot of fun. I don't know. And also,
I just saw your thing. Sorry, go on.
Foreign games with Google Translate built in. And also, I didn't even know there was an infinite jump glitch. I'll be honest, I don't really know much about the speedrunning community for this game. I would be interested in it though, because it's one of my favorite games as a kid. but I'm not like, I mean, as you can all tell, I am not an expert gamer. I'm pretty fucking average when it comes to actually playing games myself, but I do think speedrunning's goddamn cool.
Did you see the 6-minute speedrun for Elden Ring?
No, not yet, but I've seen that it exists, and I want to watch it very bad.
It's fantastic. I don't know how many hours they spent experimenting and doing weirdo shit, but they figured it out. I just realized I was reading through your thing. Oh my god.
Yes. What?
About Dusk VTuber. Follow me on Miserable Bird site.
Yeah. Listen, I have a Twitter and I go on Twitter. I don't have to like being on Twitter. Yeah, how do you do the infinite jump glitch? And also, I'm super curious about like what kind of crazy fucking glitches you can do in this game, but I'm also I should look up. I wonder what is the current like high and lowest time for what is the word for it? Like a no glitch run. I'm sorry. I'm fucking like. I'm not like super balls deep into speedrunning. I don't know the terms. I just watch,
real quick.
I just watch the summoning salt video.
Real quick. So two things I learned about myself just now. One, I'm definitely lactose intolerant, and two, eating an entire jug of ice cream is the best thing ever. So I'm gonna get going.
Oh my
not
God.
for emergency purposes at all.
Oh no.
But you guys have a great time. I'll still be in chat. I might linger.
Yeah, no worries.
I might dox you a little bit. I don't know.
I'm probably gonna dip after this one. I just realized we've been playing Ape Escape for like 3 hours.
It's been a 7-hour stream, bud. This is a full-time gig now. But later.
But
bye.
Equip slingshot, jump, and then about half a second later. Sorry, hold up. Let me turn off the Discord overlay. Equip slingshot, jump, half a second later, pull back on the right stick, repeat. Okay. Is it like after I hit the ground? I'm sorry. I'm like a fucking. I'm a visual learner. I'm probably gonna look up this glitch. Oh fuck, please. I'm fucking fading. I'm clipping into the Triceratops. I'm gonna look up this, like a video of this glitch and see if I can replicate it from that, because if I can't see it, I usually like pull back just enough to trigger using it, then jump while still pulling it. Pull back just enough. Just enough. Trigger using it, then jump while still pulling. Hold up. They posted a YouTube video. Let me take a look at it. Why can't I fucking click it? Whoops, that's a reply. Hold up. Why can't I look at it? Or is it just gonna open like 100 fucking tabs? I'm scared. Did it open like a oh god, I think it opened like 100 tabs. Whoops! I was clicking it the whole time! Holy shit. Hold up. How many fucking YouTube tabs did I just open? Because I was just like smash and click because nothing was happening. I was like, open! Okay, I opened like fucking 6 tabs. Okay, hold up.
Hello everyone. Welcome once again. Explain how to...
Whoa.
With the precise timing, you can jump infinitely using the slingshot. This.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh fuck, I turned the monitor off instead of switching the HDMI. Hold on. Whoops! Fucking whoopsie daisy. It's really easy to get the timing down. I think you underestimate my incompetence, my friend. Let me see. Okay.
There he goes.
Oh my god, that's amazing! Holy shit! That's so good! Oh fuck, what the hell? Oh my god. It's weird how you can't just fucking catch. I think that one of the. I think I'm just being a fucking idiot with how you catch this guy. Is it that you just have to fucking smack? I think one of these mailboxes tells you, but I just like skip all the dialogue always. Yeah, hit the bombs back at the Triceratops. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm just fucking like skipping shit. I feel like reading. We'll catch this fella first. Hold on. Come on. Oh god. Come on. I only got one cookie left. No!
Nice.
I love popping into Ape Escape streams teaching that trick! Thank you, Dashy Swag, I appreciate it. Because I had no fucking clue, but that's so cool. I love fucking stupid glitches in old games. It's so fun. There we go. Okay, come on. Do I have to do it again, or do I have to... Fuck. Oh yeah, I gotta do it again, I think. Maybe. Or maybe I was supposed to... What the fuck? Life is space. There we go, yeah, you just gotta do it 3 times. Oh fuck. Hold up. That's fucking incredible. I can't fucking believe it. God damn it! I used to have the DuckTales moon theme on my soundboard and I took it off.
Aww.
That would have been perfect! Hold up. Hold up. Fuck, hold up. No! I had it earlier! How did I already forget the timing? Come on! Come on!
You
No.
lost all your powers.
No! No, I lost it all! Come on! Fuck. It was because I like, hold up. Yeah! No! No! Yes! To the moon, boys! To the moon! To the moon, we're going, boys! We're going! We're going! We're gonna get there! Oh lord, the skybox! Whoa! What the fuck, where am I? No! Oh, it's so good. Doge's going to the moon. Son of a bitch. Oh fuck, that's so good. Oh my god, I really like that. I bet that's gotta be like, does that like play a good factor in fucking most speedruns? Like that's gotta be a good like gotta be a good strat. Let me see. Just in case. I normally don't need to use the monkey radar, but I want to make sure that there's none in this specific area. Oh, there is. But maybe, how did I get you? It completely replaces the Sky Flyer. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is there anyone in here? There is. There is a monkey in here. God damn, that's amazing. Cause then that means that you can catch any of the monkeys that would require the Sky Flyer before you even get it. That's really fucking cool. God damn. Video games are neat. Sometimes this shit's just really cool. I always think about the what was it? Nakey Jakey's like most recent video when he for speed running. He was like at the beginning he's like speed running is really cool because people are awesome. And then like later when he talks about a guy who like cheated on a speed run, he's like, I thought people were awesome. Oh fuck. They're not sometimes though. And then he talks about something else cool and he's like, just kidding, that's because people are fucking awesome. It's especially great for the final level where you have to climb up. Oh, you're right. Yeah, fuck all the platforming you'd have to do, just fucking go straight up. Go to the moon, boys. Hot damn. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for hopping in. I'm very appreciative of all the people who hopped in while I was playing Ape Escape. It was very nice. You can also skip the entire slingshot tutorial. So like, yeah, I think we're gonna save here, and we're gonna pick this up probably tomorrow. Tomorrow night we'll probably do some more, maybe around the same time. But we're also gonna do some Google Translate gaming, and we're gonna do probably some more Kirby. So yeah, have a good night too. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Dashy Swag. Thank you anybody else that stopped by. This was really fun. Thank y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Hold up. Even though we're not gonna BRB, I'm gonna show you all my BRB stream so that you can all marvel at it.
I love it.
This is the BRB screen. I hope this doesn't make you all want to stop following me. But here it is. Goodbye.